I remember the first time, first time, first time, first time, first time. And I remember the first time, and I remember the first time.
And we only meet once in a while anyway.
It's gonna be lonely not being able to see you anymore. It's been great hanging out with you.
Why she run from me, now you wanna come back and now you love on me. But I'm confused why you think you deserve some trust from me. And your heart is painted black, girl it's ugly, fuck your company. Why she run from me, now you wanna come back and now you love on me. But I'm confused why you think you deserve some trust from me. And your heart is painted black, girl it's ugly, fuck your company. And I remember the first time you had me in your hold. Now you corrupted the save file and it will never load. Yeah, Vincent had his darkness, watch all his friends turn to foes. Yeah, trying to troubleshoot me, but I cannot be scrolled. Trying to sell me a dream, trying to sell me a home. While you tell me a lie, do you think I'm a joke? Swear I'm not a bad guy, but this path my only road. Never been hate in my heart, but you burned it in my soul. Cannot control myself, and I cannot begin to tell the lies and things you tell yourself. And why you put me in this hell? And I cannot control myself, and I cannot begin to tell the lies and things you tell yourself. And why you put me in this hell? It's over, it's over, it's over, it's over. And I remember the first time, and I remember the first time.
Here, you gotta leave now.
Don't get mad at me. Sorry if you feel that I abandoned you for a whole
And I remember the first time you had me in your home. That you corrupted the save file and it would never load. Yeah, missing that his darkness, watch all his friends turn to foes. Yeah, try to troubleshoot me, but I cannot be scolded. Trying to sell me a dream, trying to sell me a home. While you tell me a lie, do you think I'm a joke? Swear I'm not a bad guy, but this past my only road. Never been hating my heart, but it burned it in my soul. From me, now you wanna come back and now you love on me. But I'm confused why you think you deserve some trust from me. And your heart is made in blood, girl it's ugly, fuck your company. Why she run from me, now you wanna come back and now you love on me. But I'm confused why you think you deserve some trust from me. And your heart is made in blood, girl it's ugly, fuck your company. Why she run from me, why she run from me. And now you love on me, now you love on me. Want some trust from me, want some trust from me. But your heart's ugly, but your heart's ugly. Why you run from me, why you run from me. And now you love on me, now you love on me. But your heart's ugly, but your heart's ugly. Fuck your company, fuck your company.
Oh, really? Oh, really? I want this soundbite so badly. I love that shit. What's up, Zodiac? The Unmoved is here. I haven't arrived. Just give me 1 second. We just grab the headphones. This should be interesting.
And I remember the first time, and I remember the first time, first time, first time, first time.
Yo. I can enlarge this for now. Give me a sec while I prepare some things. How y'all doing though? What's good with y'all? Okay. Looks good to me. Move my mic closer to myself. And alright. We got a reaction type thing today. Yo, that's crazy. Sorry, I was a text. But all right. Oh, let me open Discord just to make sure that if the guys want to join, I want them to join whenever they want. So let me hop into Discord and then we could start. Okay. Well. Gussie Glam. All right. So what we have here is HakuoftheTubes is actually, in a lot of ways, I consider him kind of like the OG Tower God YouTuber. Like, he was on the platform for a long time. Like, he was doing his thing. and so definitely give him a look. Check out his channel, subscribe to him, and thank you, bonjour mon coeur, because he does good work. He is the one who did that video of the essence of nothingness and kind of talked about the true meaning of the essence of bravery and how it was being presented and whatnot. So he did a video where he basically, I think he might have went through the entire webtoon multiple times possibly, and basically based off panel time, I believe, he ranked the characters with the most screen time from 1 to 100 to 1. So without further ado, let's watch the video and see what's popping. Look at my guy, the beard looking nice.
Hello everybody, Haku here with the Tower of...
Let me know how the volume is for everything, by the way. Let me know if he's too loud, if I'm too loud, so I can adjust the audio as need be. Let's get
God's screen time video. And the way I'm going to be presenting this is the top 100 characters in Tower of God by screen time, so that we don't have to go through every character that appeared like once. But don't worry, so that you can, like, maybe you've forgotten some of these characters, so that you can help sort of keep track of what I'm talking about as I'm discussing it more. It's not just going to be my face up here the whole time. I'm going to have stuff on screen as I'm talking about all the characters. But I just thought that before I got into that really quick, it was kind of important to talk about, like, the criteria a bit. And
okay, so he's probably going to tell us like one question that I had for him prior to making this is like, how is he handling white specifically? Is Holquin white? Is Holquin and white separate? Is it when white is the dominant personality? So I'm happy that he's going to clarify the criteria that he used. So let's get it.
And how I went about collecting all of this information. So this took forever. I've been taking notes on this since like the hiatus, so it's been well over a year. And this is only going to cover the first 500 chapters, because that's when I finished the notes and started kind of preparing to turn this into a video.
Okay, so this is up to chapter 500. I believe if we add all the raws and what's out as of today as I'm recording this video, there's 541 chapters. So keep that in mind. This is only up until chapter 500.
Video, and I had really hoped to get it up much sooner, but things in real life outside of YouTube got in the way of that. So I had hoped to do this much sooner, but yeah, this is going to be going by chapter appearances within the first 500 chapters, and the way I did that, or the reason I did that, is because I counted any character that I thought was going to be significant at all, or any that got like a CU box, like a box in the manhwa saying, you know, D rank regular, insert name here, or ranker, insert name here. I counted the screen time for any of those characters and ended up with 332 characters. So
Jesus, 300. Man, I admire the amount of work and preparation it takes to make a project like this. This is not easy.
Talking about all of those would get boring, because I'd be like, oh, Unisona showed up like twice or something. Or Collar showed up like 3 times. So I'm only going to be doing the top 100, but if any of you are interested in more of the data or more specific stuff, just let me know. And also at the end of this video, to make things easier to look at, I split the series into 11 portions to take notes on each portion, and then added them all together for the complete screen time. So at the end, I'll go through like the top 10 characters from each segment of the story once I get through the top 100.
Yeah, I think I see down here it says by arc and saga. So okay, that's interesting. Okay.
Overall. But we went by chapter appearances just because I suppose it's not impossible to do it by like every single panel they appeared in, but to do so for all of these characters, again, this took me months of...
Glam is Glam is in my call. He's muted and deafened. I don't know if he's sleeping or something or reading, but yes, he is technically in the call. But I don't know if he's gonna be in the video. But yes, welcome clans. Yeah, he put in a lot of work. He has a lot of really good videos like this. I'm actually gonna go through a lot of his videos that I think you should definitely peep from him, because I really like a lot of the work that Haku does and how he speaks about the series. And he's like, in my opinion, he's like the OG. He may not have the most notoriety and clout for it, but he's the first person that I saw even really be on YouTube speaking about Tower of God in general. Like, you can go back to like 5 years and find content that he's made.
upon months, over a year. And even just going through one chapter and counting up the screen time for all the characters in it took easily like 5 to 10 minutes, sometimes a bit longer, because CU likes to hit us with really long chapters sometimes. So because of all that,
How's the volume, by the way?
Impossible,
How does
take
Haku
years.
sound?
It
How do
would
I
be-
sound? Is the
it would
volume good?
basically be a full-time job for a long amount of time to do it by panel appearances. Also, when it comes to counting the characters, I counted flashbacks because that is screen time for the character. The character
true.
showing up in a flashback counts. Silhouettes counted if it was clear, like that was the character. Like, say somebody mentions Baylord Yama and then CU shows us a silhouette, and the silhouette is clearly supposed to represent Yama, then I counted that.
Okay, because I was gonna say like, remember? Does anybody here remember Kaido's first silhouette? We not counting that. That's not Kaido. Who is that? Okay, good. Just making sure.
If it's just kind of like nebulous and we don't really know, then it's different. But if we're like specifically supposed to, as a reader, understand that this silhouette is supposed to represent this character, then it counted. Some more characters I'll get into when I get to them on the list kind of had to have some special rules applied, like say Emily. Anytime we saw the sort of real quote-unquote body of Emily, that counted. Or I also counted any time that we saw the sort of mascot icon talking to people.
That's a Kaido. Okay, so Emily, I didn't think about Emily. Okay.
So that's
You know what the crazy is? I thought he did top 30. Haku, you're a monster, dude. Like 100? God, you'd have to pay me in real time as I am researching for me to do something like this. I need to be paid by the hour.
how that counted. And as far as data characters went for the Hidden Floor, I asked on Twitter, and I think even here on YouTube, should I count the data versions of the character as the character themselves, or as a completely separate character? Everybody said count them separately, so that's
Okay.
what I did. I will say that Data Yu Hansung and the real Yu Hansung both made the top 100, and if you were to combine the two of them together, like really coincidentally, they would have had the same exact amount of screen time as Yuri. So that was really cool. But yeah, they all count separately, the data versions compared to the real versions. And there are a couple other weird coincidences like that. There's
That you, Miles? That's hop in. Never mind.
lots of top.
Unless I can't hear him and he's talking to me. Damn it. Hold on. No, Miles? Discord is not detecting any input from my mic. That's not good. A moment. Let's see what I can do here. Wait, that makes no sense. It's not picking up my mic volume here. I wonder why. Let's go to voice and audio. I see why. Hello? Output device should also be this. Hello? Still can't. Oh, damn it, he left. Miles?
Hello.
That's my fault. I had my settings messed up. You can hear me now. Okay, good.
Oh, what's
Y'all,
up?
y'all could hear him? Hope you guys can hear him.
Hello, chat.
Yes. Actually, while I'm doing this, let me just I wanted to tweet out Haku's channel on my thingy. Yeah, he went to work, bro. I thought it was top 30, so he did 100 characters. It's about 50 minutes long.
So
yeah.
I was gonna say, is this does he do it just one take all time, or does he also do it by seasons?
He's got okay. So I'll tell you what he said so far. So what he said so far is, because he's kind of explaining the criteria for it. So for one, he counted the data versions of characters as separate from So like Data Hansung Yu and Hansung Yu are two different characters, and he said
That's
that
fair.
He said if you actually he asked the community first what they thought he should do about it. He talked about Emily. I think he said for Emily, if her real body appears and stuff like that, and even I think if she was just like around, he counted that. And But damn it, what else did he say? I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to rack my brain for what he said. There's one more important distinction he made. Oh, it's up until chapter 500. So for 41 missing chapters because he was doing this from the hiatus. So that's as far as he had gotten. So just take that with a grain of salt that it's not post chapter 501 basically. It's not it's not applicable. He didn't count those chapters. So
Gotcha.
and he has top 100. It says top here, and then at the end here he has them by arc and saga. He didn't literally. I think he go just accumulative panels, bam 1, Guero 2. I don't think he really did it like that, but we'll see. But you ready?
Did you do a prediction thing beforehand?
Oh, that's a good idea. Let me think. Who do I think is tops? And actually, do you want me to share it with you, or do you want to watch it on stream?
I'll just put my top 10 in the stream right now.
No, I meant not for prediction. I meant like, do you want to just watch what he's saying through stream, or do you want me to stream it in Discord as well? Is what I'm saying.
Oh no, I'm looking at it on my laptop. I got it.
Okay, bet. All right. Okay. Okay. Throw me one weird prediction. What do you think is going to be a surprise that no one is expecting?
Top 10?
Like a top 20 appearance that you think no one would expect. I actually think Yuri has a lot more screen time for some reason than I remember. I don't know what it is. I think Yuri's like top 20. I don't know why.
Fuck. I was gonna say Karaka or White.
Oh, he counted. He said flashbacks count. By the way, flashback count is
I think one of the Slayers might get it. Honestly.
Okay. Karaka, eh?
Because even Arab White actually might have more screen time because when you look at the Train of Death, and from Hulk, I guess Hulk couldn't be separate, wouldn't he?
No,
Never mind.
I don't know if he answered that yet, but that's something I was interested in knowing. How does he count White and Hulkin? Is it as long as Hulkin is the main host? Is Hulkin and White different? Like I'm not sure how he did that, so he might explain it.
Okay, because if Hulkin's attached, he might be up there.
I actually low-key think White could be top 10. Or like
He
encroaching upon it, like 13-ish, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, but are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Eyes when we're in the sort of higher numbers here, just because like these characters haven't had enough screen time to separate themselves out. And the biggest tie ended up being, I don't remember how many it was. I think it might have been a 9-way tie. Or maybe it was an 11-way tie. I think it was a 9-way tie for 100th place. As I was counting up all the screen time and stuff, I was like, wow, it's really sort of weird that these characters have the same amount of screen time. And then another character would end up with that same amount. And then another character. And I'm like, well, there's 332 characters. They don't have enough to make the top 100. I'm not going to have to worry about this massive, massive tie of all these characters having the same amount of screen time. And then I got to 99 characters who had more screen time than them and realized, oh wow, no, all of these characters are tied for the 100th spot.
Wow. He's a monster for doing this. I was saying earlier, you gotta pay me by the hour to do something like this.
There's absolutely no way. There's no way I could do it.
No, I said I could do it, but I literally said as I am researching, I need to be paid by the hour. It's the only way you get me to do this. If not, I'm sorry, guys. I don't got this in me. You know what? I might do something like this for Kubera. I don't know what, but we'll see. We'll see.
So before we get into the top 99, we have a massive tie for 100th place. So this is technically the top, 108. But yeah, let's start getting into the actual list. Starting out our top 100 with...
Let's go! Top 100. Who you see in the corner? Who in the upper left? Vincente has as much screen time as him? That's embarrassing. But yeah. Okay, let's go. I actually wasn't sure. I wasn't sure he was gonna be on it. I don't know why. I wasn't sure.
That's surprising. I think I'm more surprised that El Pantheon isn't higher.
El Pantheon being this high is kind of crazy because he was introduced during the last station.
Yeah.
Death Lady has as much screen time as Mule Love. That's wild, bro. I don't even know who Mi Elum is. Who is that?
That's Zia Lulu's pet. That's the thing. That's
No, not Mian. The girl here.
oh, that's
Mian.
isn't that the one that revived Kun? Or am I tripping?
Nah, that's not a Woonion. That's not
I
it.
assume that it's probably someone from the data floor.
Possibly. Shout out to Data Viole too. That's crazy though. But I think Vincente surprises me here, but I don't know if the chapters where he kind of reappears for a bit would fall under the 500. I'm not sure.
Oh well, I guess Mia Love would also be a lot higher with the recent chapters too.
That's a good point. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. He did come back and resurface. Oh. Hey yo, I'm gonna let this play in the background. All right, thank you. Glam's actually like on definite mute, but I'll tell him he said hi. The minstrel, yeah, okay. Sanchez, interesting, but yeah, El Pathion got here really quick. Shia Lulu, that makes kind of sense. This is the girl from the thing floor. Okay, I got it. But let me think. Who am I? I'm trying to think. That's so crazy to me. Not
With the or technically again 108.
I want to know if he says like how many panels each person I guess technically has, just out of curiosity. I mean, I don't need that information, but I'd like it.
With the huge 9-way tie for 100th place, all of these characters appeared exactly 17 times in the series, in the first 500 chapters at least. Again, I guess I'll have to do an updated version every 100 chapters. That'd be like every 2 years I can do an updated version, add the count for the next 100 chapters. Because
I want to help him out with the next one. I swear I will. I'll help him.
of course, Mule Love has been in some more recent chapters, so we would move up a bit.
Sir!
But, yeah, going with the top 100 here, we have a tie between Mian, Sha Lulu, and I thought it was interesting because there were a lot of times when Mian was with Paul or with
I was about to say, because didn't this animal separate when Paul came to the cage? I was actually like, I'm pretty sure I've seen Mian separate from Shia Lulu, but interesting.
characters that were at the wall with the sleeping forget-me-not. So Mian wasn't with Jalulu a lot, and there was a lot of Jalulu not being with Mian. And
I almost want to like make my the thing on my screen bigger to like fill up like this one part gap, so me and Haku are like like perfectly squared here, but I can't. I don't know how to do that.
yet they still ended up having the exact same amount of screen time. Death Lady's there, which I'm really happy to see because I really like Death Lady.
So do I.
Alpathion made it.
That's Crockett's best
Dadaviol
minion,
did.
low-key.
So did Miayum. It's really weird Dadaviol having the same amount of screen time as some of these other characters. Sanchez was one of the biggest surprises taking notes.
Who's Sanchez? You remember who that is? No? Nice talk.
There were a lot of surprises that I guess, like, in hindsight, like, after I took my notes, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense now. Sanchez was a big surprise because
Sanchez was.
Hmm?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
Never mind.
actually was Sanchez. I don't know.
He's the he was one of what's his name's minions. Oh boy on Floor of Death.
Oh, Hell Joe.
Yeah, he was the one dude who got big and was like, "Oh, I'm super strong now. I can just." And then I think that's the one Yuri bodied.
Okay.
I think.
That is shocking. What the hell? Sorry, I didn't remember who that was. Yeah, Sanchez is Hell Joe's meeting. Okay. Thank you. All right.
I really didn't even particularly remember him, but
Neither did I.
he fought Yuri for a while, and then he stuck around and got a lot of screen time during like the Hell Joe versus Yurik / Bomb stuff. He just stuck around and got a lot of shots of him that way. He was around even after that fight, I think. I'm pretty sure he had a couple interactions with the Evan and Garam stuff that was going on. So Sanchez got kind of a ridiculous amount of screen time that I didn't expect. We have Arie Vicente at this point. Vicente hadn't been the main personality of White yet in the first 500 chapters, so this is pretty much only his screen time during the Hell Train itself. And then Mule Love tying with all of them, barely making it into the top 100, but again, like that he's there, and he would probably move up higher now that we've had, 30 more chapters.
Yeah, so technically, you know what I'm saying? He like 89. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm not boosting him too far with 89, but let's just say he higher now. because some of these bozos are dead, like El Pantheon.
Since then. Next, the 90s are divided into two big ties. We have a tie for 96th place between four characters. We've got Dang Dang, who, only really stuck around for one arc, so it's pretty.
Dang Dang has what? Ew!
Wait.
Ew!
Wait.
That's not what now I'm offended. Not Dang Dang. Apple? Apple was there around at the beginning though. The sweet fish?
Wait.
No! You love no.
There's no way.
You lost to Dang Dang. I hate it.
Wait.
Yeah, what's up?
Wait. Ari Brightshaw. Ari had that much screen time?
That's what I'm saying. How did she?
I swear she was in 10 panels.
She was going crazy, kind of, sort of, now really against Vankel, and I can't remember nothing. I can't. Your Phoenix down is top 100. That's so wild, bro. What the hell?
Wait, the sweet fish has more screen. There's no way.
Kanzon is not tied for not. Kanzon, this stupid mutt nigga, is tied with Hell Joe, the antagonist of an entire arc, bro.
I swear Hell Joe was actually around a lot. That's insane.
That's crazy to me.
The fucking sweet fish.
Yeah. What's up, Simi? You can hop in if you want. Okay, so Yulio Mata. Okay, fine. Apple was kind of around earlier, so I kind of get it. Sharon, Dang Dang is sending me. How is Dang Dang top 90, bro? What?
Dang Dang, I can kind of see a bit.
Was he really there that long? He's dead. Yeah, he's a loser. He's ugly. I don't like it.
Because remember, even though it wasn't weird, it's one of those things like beginning of season 3, he was just always around. He wasn't saying shit, but he was just there.
I guess. That's crazy. Hell Joe gotta be top 50. He's not, unless he's counting. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I don't think he separated the rest of stuff. I think he just took Hell Joe in its entirety. Let's continue though. My bad.
Pretty impressive that he made top 100, and it really didn't feel like we got to see too much of Dang Dang in that arc that he was actually in. Ari Bright Sharon, which I'm, again, excited for because I really like her. I wish we got so much more Ari Bright Sharon, though. She's, like, seriously one of my favorite characters that barely appears. Yuliu Mata made it, and so did Apple, all tying for 96th place. For the 91st place, we have a 5-way tie between Suo, I think is technically how it should be pronounced, Kanzone, Hell Joe, which was one of the biggest surprises to me that shouldn't have been a surprise. Like, when you think about it, he was only in the Floor of Death arc, and the Floor of Death arc is a pretty long arc, but not the longest. It's like 30-some chapters, which in the grand scheme of Tower of God really isn't all that much. But I guess it's because I read and did reviews and everything week to week. Hell Joe just seemed so big and important to me that I'm like, wow, how is he this low? Sweetfish also tied with them, the Sweetfish / Firefish that Kun has that he calls Sweetfish. And then Hana Yu also tied with all of them.
Who's Hana Yu? I don't remember who that is. I'm as the first girl here at 91, I do not remember like in any capacity, but I don't know. But I remember
when I see pink hair, I want to think of like a Eurasia Clan member, but like
that's not Young Sleep. I mean Miss Sleep.
So. Yeah, that's not her.
No, but all right, that's interesting though. Honestly, I'm already shocked. I'm not even far into this yet. I'm already perplexed.
A sucker for Bomb's teammates, so of course I would love to see Hana Yu again. I've always wanted the season 1 or volume 1 teammates for Bomb that we haven't seen since then to come back at some point. So I would very much love a Hana Yu, or I guess technically it should be Yu Hana, I think. I think I got the name order mixed up there, but the translation uses Hana Yu. I would very much love to see her again. But yeah, that's the 90s. Quick and easy, moving on. We've still got a bunch of big ties in the 80s. Like I said, when we're at the higher numbers, it's sort of like a lot of characters weren't around for as much, so they ended up...
Hong Shunhua, Michael Verdi. Oh, shout out Verdi. I like Verdi.
Cha?
Cha? Who the fuck is... Yo, who is this nigga? Who
He's
is
the
that?
He's the workshop guy.
Oh, he got this much screen time. Mask Girl. Okay, Pedro, I think is app. Aria Albeda. Okay.
Medley, this is unreal.
Wang, no way, dude. I don't even know who this first nigga is. I don't remember him. Mike, yeah, no, Michael would have, I guess, a bit more than Apple because of his Where did he pull out that big ass needle at one point? I guess I don't know, kind of.
Yeah, Michael's fine. Verdi's even fine.
Yeah.
Shaw's fine. Everybody else can go kick rocks.
What about Sun Nari? I'm kind of shocked she's up there.
This girl's name is Mask Girl, and she's 84. She doesn't have a name.
I don't even know who that is. I don't recognize her. She got a trauma ray mask on. What's going on? He said family. Agents love Belda. Really? That's crazy to me. This is interesting. All right, let's keep pushing though. But shout out Verdi.
Up having the same amount of screen time because the screen time count numbers for them really weren't all that high. We have a huge 7-way tie for 84th place that gave us Huang, and of course I counted Huang as again one of those sort of special ones. Whether it was the yellow golden orb body for Huang, or the puppet body for Huang, or the Yura's brother body for Huang, it was all the same character, just in different bodies. So
it's crazy. He's explaining who this is, and it's not coming back to me. I just don't know who could do this. Someone has different bodies. I don't know who he's talking about. I gotta Google this. Hold on. Who is this nigga? Hong Chun Wa Tower of God. Okay. What was introduced?
Oh.
Fisherman F rank.
That man.
Season 1.
The guy with the
regular, he
sword,
passed
the
the
knight
second.
dude.
Oh, he has an ignition weapon. Okay.
That's the one that Endorsey stole to fight Ran.
Ah. Alright. Damn.
That man?
Yo, you out here? You out here making moves? You out here getting that screen time? Oh, shoot. Recognize people 100 recognize in 80s. Big breeder guy. There's a big breeder guy here. Yo, still sending me a Mask Girl because her name is Mask Girl.
that all counted. Medley is kind of a surprise. Really, it doesn't feel like, again, I just mentioned with Floor of Death, it's really a small portion of a really, really huge series.
Oh, the simp that was
the
following
same thing
Yura,
feels
you
true
said.
of Hidden Floor, but Medley somehow just had a ton of screen time. And I guess even with Floor of Death, when you look back on it, for at least the first...
Wait. No, that's not borrow. Hold on, you know what? Let me just stop trying.
First portion of it, we really didn't see much Hell Joe. Aria Albelda / the clone. I know some people don't like actually considering the clone to be Albelda. I just think it's easier to call the clone Albelda because Albelda's in there with a bunch of other souls. And you kind of generally know who I'm talking about. Pedro tied with all of them, and so did the Mask Girl. I think technically she's called Gun Girl or Gunner Girl on the wiki, but I always just called her Mask Girl. The girl that was a part of Aka Williams' team, who was there in Revolution Road. She's there like all through the Hell Train stuff, all the way through Dollar Show. And we even get to see her like have some actual named moves, I think, and like fight.
What? She has named moves? She got attacks? You know what that means? She's better than Jack the Drag Down.
During the big group fight against Anna and stuff. So yeah, that's a surprising one. She gets fairly high up there with like actual important or memorable characters. And I guess that's something else that you're going to see, is that the screen time doesn't necessarily reflect importance. There are lots of really important characters that we don't see very often. and lots of characters that
See, that makes sense because especially if it's like a character with a lot of power that you don't want to like break the power ceiling, the glass ceiling yet, and you want to save them for like end game. That makes kind of a lot of sense to me. But I won't lie to you, some of these are definitely already sending me. I knew a Jack Stray was coming. I was about to say already better than Jack. Let's go. We're all on the same page. Yes, sir. He's a
you
bozo.
would think don't really do much, but have tons of screen time. Now, Punk didn't make the top 100, but EO, the blue one, did make the top 100 for the screen time at 84th place, and Sun Wunade also tied with all them. Then we have a four-way tie for number 80 or spot 80 with Hong Chunhwa, again a little bit more than Sun Wunade, Cha, Verdi, and Michael. So again, that's really interesting. We've seen these characters quite a bit, especially when I get into the top tens of like certain sections of the story. You'll see that there was one section where, like one of the most recent ones, where Cha had a ton of screen time. So yeah, these are all characters we've.
No, Cha doesn't surprise me, even though he's still pretty new. Because Cha's revolution, revelation, was revealed to us the Wall of Peaceful Coexistence around that time, right? That's pretty recent, but because of Hidden Grove and his importance, he's been here a lot. He had to fight with Kendrick Dial. I don't know if that falls under the after 500 and whatnot. But he had a lot to do immediately, and remember he immediately like bam the need a bam, he had the Forget Me Not arc and stuff, and her like in his like connection.
Plus the flashbacks.
Yes. So he's not that surprising to me. And I
Dang,
don't know
so
if I said
Doan's
this
gonna be
before.
high.
I don't have a problem with Chana, by the way. He cold. I'm cool with him.
So Doan's gonna be pretty high.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm actually interested to see if Kanye makes the list. Her sister. I wonder if she made it.
Oh, hi.
What's up? Oh, there
I'm
you go.
deafened.
Bara said
I'm
hi.
deafened and I'm in a stream now.
Bara said hi. Hi, Glamour. Earlier.
Oh, hello.
You're not here now, but
I woke up from my nap. Are you streaming right now?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, if you want to join, you can join. There's something you can do. I am watching HakuoftheTubes video where he ranked the 100 top. Jesus Christ, 100 characters.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, by screen
Yeah,
time.
Yeah, can you,
Yeah.
yeah, you want to put it through the Discord? I didn't realize what you said earlier, but now that we have a natural break, I'm gonna ask.
That's fine. Let me know. Let me make sure. Make sure I'm sharing the right thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Big bird.
All right.
Shut up, Matt girl.
I'm gonna just go back a little bit for you. I'm gonna come back. I was at 13, 14. So here's top 100.
Yeah.
So Mule Love, Vincente Sanchez, May Dada Viola, Pantheon, Death Lady, Shia Lulu, Mian. Anything here shocking to you? I didn't even know who Sanchez was. One of Hell Joe's minions. Or Miemu. I think.
Oh, I remember Sanchez.
Okay, yeah.
He gets low diffed by Yuri. I remember.
Yes. Yeah, Shia Lulu and Mian made it too. Death Lady's out here. Alpathion's crazy. By the way, this is up to chapter 500. So there's 41 chapters technically missing. There's a couple other things that he said. Silhouettes counts, blah blah yada yada. But here's the top 99.
Where's my goat Deathbird at? That's what I need.
I don't know. Deathbird could be higher. I don't know, but Death Lady made it. But here's like the 90s.
Oh, Naya. On stream, it's cut off a little bit on the left.
I know.
Okay. All right. Sure.
He said, "Yeah." I realize.
I know. Okay, don't worry about it. It's the only way I can kind of fit it a certain way, but don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
Who the fuck was this Mata guy? I vaguely remember him.
Mata was the centipede guy from the floor that was with Dang Dang.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Giant puppet master man.
Okay, but how did the Guero sweetfish already? Why out here biting Hell Joe? Hell Joe's a whole ass antagonist.
The sweetfish is just considered a character.
Yeah, it counts.
I mean, it's the greatest support character in the series so far.
It's a Phoenix down, bro. And here's the top 9. The mask girl.
Shout out Mask Girl.
This shit's crazy. All right, let's keep it pushing though.
In the 70s, we start to see a lot more important characters. We've got a big five-way tie there between Dewan
Gado.
and Jordan, who I love has this much screen time. I want so much more.
Good dude. Let me see.
Okay, this is good.
This
Shout
all
out
of these make
Bottas.
sense to me, but Bottas being here is upsetting me though. I won't lie to you. I don't
Bottas,
Really?
I don't like him. He's a bozo.
he got introduced just to get cucked for no reason.
I'm actually really glad Lopabia Ren is there.
You're
'Cause I
mad?
really
Or
like
you're
him.
glad?
I'm
Oh,
glad.
I
I'm
like
glad.
I like him too actually. So I feel that.
Machete makes sense. Machete's good.
I'm actually
Jordan,
curious to see if Data Machete has more screen time than her. Cause Glam,
Oh,
the data versions of them were separate. They're separate. He separated them. So like Data Han Sung Yu and Han Sung Yu are two different characters. You get me?
No, her data version definitely has more screen time.
I think that's possible, honestly. Let's listen.
If it was up to current day, probably not. But now, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Of him, he's one of my absolute favorite characters. Machete actually only at 75th place. Lopobia Ren and Akryung or Ghost, all of them had the same exact amount of screen time. Kelhalam came in 74th
No,
place.
the one who upsets me
and
here
then
is
a
Jordan.
big three-way tie
I'm upset at
between
Jordan.
Gato, Bottas, and Data Zahard for 71st place. And that's a really interesting one too, because I was kind of surprised that Bottas and Data Zahard, again, both being characters from the same arc, had the same exact amount of screen time when...
Bottas is such a loser. Oh my god. Sorry.
What about his plot
Again-
line with his voice and shit, man?
Don't care about Rose, Bottas. I hate all them zeros and ones. They're not real. They data.
I just comprehended that Ghost is right there. Wait, why is he there?
Arc Young and Ghost. Ghost.
Yeah.
Well, Ghost is technically the beginning of the series when him and Arak were throwing the spears or whatever. I think, right?
Sure.
And then he comes back to fight Bam a little bit at the beginning of season 3. I can't think of any other ones, but I guess they were.
I swear he's barely there.
I don't know, dog. That's crazy though. Dowan. Yeah, you're right though. Dowan did beat Cha. I don't dislike Jordan. He's one of the few Houndborns I kind of like, honestly. But Godot, I can't stand him, Dang, Louis, whatever. All of them gotta go.
Come on, man. The deepest, darkest foot.
No,
Come
deepest,
on.
blackest, darkest, shadiest.
And I guess because of the big Bomb and Data Zahard fight, it feels like Data Zahard was so much more prevalent. But then I guess, again, early Hidden Floor, there was so much Bottas. So it's one of those things where when you first see the results, like when I first saw the results after taking the notes, I'm like, wow, is that really right? But then when you think about it more, you're like, yeah, that actually makes sense in a weird way. But again, very interesting that two arc characters from the same arc like that had the same exact amount of screen time. Getting into the 60s, we have a tie for 69th place, and it's Levin and Madarako. And Levin, again, the anime did him so dirty. I'm glad he at least has enough screen time to get this high up. But Madarako
What does that to do with the
is
sniper
kind of...
rifle?
Yes.
Serena?
Serena! Her dumbass trying to walk through the Shih Tzu wall? Actually, Makarov is about where I thought he would be. I was thinking like 50s. Okay.
Yo.
Rek is actually higher than I thought.
Ho is fine because Ho was really prevalent like the entirety of the first season.
Yeah,
So I'm not mad at that.
Ron May having more panel time than Yurik Mizuno is criminal. That is ridiculous.
You still gotta kind of save Rek a little bit, you know? He's kind of, saying.
Yeah, but Ron May over? Come on, man.
I'm surprised at Madarako because I swear he only did like 2 deals and was just in and out.
There could have been. I wonder if maybe he'll explain. Because I'm starting to wonder if he's going by. Because didn't he say 17 appearances? So I wonder if he's going by appearance in the chapter in general. I don't think he's going by literal panels, if I remember correctly. I forgot to mention that.
Okay.
So I think it's like, so let's say in total for some reason I have 100 panels of like literally being in Tower or God, but I'm only in 16 chapters. I think the number is 16, not 100.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That's a little better, yeah. Yaz, I would be really curious to see Yaz now because Yaz
Yeah,
has to be like top 30.
he's gotta at least now be at least top 30. Levin, Ho, Serena, Madarako is the one I'm curious about. Let me see what he says.
Kind of a weird and interesting one. I didn't expect Madarako to have
Perfect.
gotten more screen time in the story than Misheni or some of the other characters that we've already had. It really, I mean, I guess we have been seeing him a little bit at least as far back as Workshop Battle, but it still
Madarako was getting chased around the cage arc too. By the way, Haku, you can hop in if you want. But did I get? I don't know if you heard what I just said, Haku. Was my assessment right? You didn't take literal panel time. You took it by chapter appearance. So let's say I was in the Tower of God manga as a regular, and I have 100 panels in total out of the 500. But I only appear in 10 chapters. Is my number 10 or 100? Just to clarify. Sorry. I'm gonna give him the role in case he wants to jump in. I don't know if he's around.
Ooh. Stop yawning.
All right, he just woke up though.
I did have a little nap.
I'll keep going for the time being, but I'll wait till he see if he answers me.
feels weird that he was so high up. Then after that, we had a big 5-way tie there for 64th place with Yasracha, who's a fairly new character, so it's pretty impressive that he made it this high up. Ha Chonhee.
Yes, there were 332 characters who had to go by chapter appearances. It take me years to count every panel of Okay, totally fair. Totally fair. You're still gangster as hell for doing this, because I was saying, nigga, you gotta pay me by the hour to do this.
Data Kun Edwan, Ho and Serena, who both had the same amount of screen time. So, yeah, all of them
Meow,
for
meow.
64th place and 63rd, getting out of these ties a little bit as we start to move into the higher rankings. The 63rd place is Varagarv. Then 62nd was Mazano. Again, very, very important characters who it feels like we've seen a ton of by now. It feels like we've
No, I actually didn't. I actually think that Mazzino's a little higher than I thought he was gonna be. I thought he'd be probably in the 80s.
I can agree to
It's
that.
just Flower of Sagania and Floor of Death. He doesn't really, and even the Floor of Death, like he's around, he comes like, oh look, it's me, I got the ankle thing, and then it's like, Graham, oh no, I'm hiding, and he's like, all right, why the hell, Joe, and I leave. Talk to the guy and I leave. So
Shakes.
he makes sense to me.
we've just seen a ton of Mazano by now. Coming in kind of on the lower end of things. And in 61st place, Ron May, sort of upping Varagarv here. I guess those scenes of her hanging out with Anak and the gang on Archimedes really helped her out in the screen time count.
Fair enough.
But yeah, those were our 60s. Now we have the places in the 50s getting really close to our top 50.
100
In
bad.
60th place,
How did Alexi make it? There's no way. Amigo Chaz is he? Actually, you know what? No, it's still too high. What was he?
Oh, amigo Chaz. What the?
Not Raflajo, that fraud. Yo, Doom has more appearances than okay, but okay, no. You see now, I'm now, especially today with the flash and everything, for sure. Yes, Ratcha.
Bruh, I'm
Yeah.
crying, bro.
Shout out the biggest fraud in the series, Chang Blarode,
Yeah, he's dead.
being above top 60.
Yeah, he's dead. He's just gonna be regular nose to me. They don't be rag.
Wait, I might be dumb. Is his name Blue Rose supposed to be a play on Bay Road?
Yes.
Maybe.
Oh my
Road.
gosh.
But yes, God Paracool though. Let's go. Revolution. Yes, sir. Woo-hoo.
Fucking Moontari, man. Big rip.
Paul and Doom, interesting. Appearing already at this point more than Thingy, but that kind of makes sense, I guess, because I'm gonna check. Actually, can someone, one of you do me a favor and just check around what arc 500 is exactly? Is it the cage and stuff? Can you just let me know? This I want to know because
Yeah.
it would make sense
I
if it's
can
the
do
cage start because Doom, don't let him wake up. Oh, what was it called? What's it called again? The Canine Tooth Festival? Yeah, that's what they was doing, but very dope.
We have Alexei Amigo Chaz, which is a little bit of a surprising one, but
500
After
is Bam versus
Hots.
We never saw that motherfucker
yeah,
again
I
after
was gonna
Bam slammed his head into the ground.
White. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Hots just using the sword too.
Oh, against Kendrick Dial, right? And
Yeah, so this is way later. Yeah.
Okay, after Libor's goon got clapped. Okay, fair enough.
Imagine if Bam killed Amigo Chaz at the workshop. That would have been funny as fuck.
I added you on thing, by the way, Haku, just in case you want to come join.
Never even knew
You
his
have-
name.
You have the role.
I didn't know Amigo Chaz's name.
No, I
I-
didn't
I-
know his name.
The joke is,
That's that Reddit
I
joke.
actually only know this because I think there was a trivia we did last year with it was Milios, Dr. Bonehead, among some other people. I think that's when it came up. I'm like, who is this? I don't know who this is. Because like one thing about Haku is like he remembers a lot of those, like a lot of characters. I just remove from my mind. Like, you're not important. I need the data space, so I just remove them. They remember like, oh yes, chapter 162, season 1. This guy with 2 panels. He's like the best guy ever. I'm like, who is this?
I'm good with faces and feats. Names I cannot do. I literally just called him Mayorhead.
The only reason I still remember Amigo Chaz because he randomly had a button-down suit and got his head slammed into the ground by Bam. Workshop panel.
Okay. Yeah, what's up, Abdo?
I respect it.
Elaine
I
is
like
about
it.
where I
He
thought
does
she would
show
be.
up kind of a bit more than you notice. He never really gets to play a big important role or get a lot of character development, but he's been showing up as recently as I'm pretty sure we saw him at the beginning of season 3 with the team. Like
just stand in the
team's
background
talking
looking
about going to
That's all he does.
find Yeon Woon and stuff and save Kun and everything. I think we got to see him there, but I know we get to see him after the workshop battle a bit. I think there's at one point we get at least one shot of him at Last Station, maybe, when we're getting reintroduced to Ship and Hatsu's team. So again, kind of an interesting one, placing this highly. We've got Lopo Bia Elaine in 59th place. Three-way tie for 56th place between Muntari, Cheng Blarode, and Parakyul, who has had his name
Cheng.
spelled a bunch of different ways, but this is the spelling I went with. I love seeing Muntari this high up. I really liked his character. Cheng, again, another character I liked but was written really weirdly.
Oh no, he got bodied by the Starbucks trio. I don't know if he cold, bro.
If you're getting bodied by the Starbucks trio after being hyped up as a top 5
Right?
regular,
I'm sorry. I still can't get over the Amigo Chaz thing. I'm literally crying tears. Why does he have such like a weird, like grand kingly name? This nigga doesn't talk, bro.
he stands in the background, sauced the fuck out, looking big and never saying anything. That's all he does.
Alexei Amigo Chaz. That is an amazing name for a man that doesn't do anything. I'm crying.
And Parakyul all tying with the exact same amount. And then 54th place, again the
Biggest
exact
fraud
same
in the
amount
tower,
with
Chang
Lefleho
Road.
and Data Yuan Sung. Both art characters from different arcs who played a pretty solid role. I was surprised with Data Yuan Sung because, again, it feels like we didn't get to see enough of him during Hidden Floor.
Really, I feel like he was in it a lot, actually.
I do too.
He was definitely in a lot.
Like, he was just like, because he was directly connected to, I want to say, like, Edouan and bringing Viole, the son of V, and Arlene to him and whatnot, right? So
Him and Kuhn had their weird "I hate you more" dick measuring contest ever since he got out into that arc.
and I remember it clearly because it was jarring to see Han Sung Yu like this, because the version that I know today is some weird hybrid of the two or whatever, but like the version that I knew was like very dark and he was scheming, FUG member, like, so like when I saw, like, what the hell? Oh, he's younger though, so maybe, the darkness of the tower changed him, but
We'd all be like, "Where's the kimono at? He's just wearing a hoodie."
with a coffee.
I might be biased because he's one of my favorite characters, but I was like, we really didn't see that much Yuan Sung. And yet, going back, counting everything up, it's so crazy that Data Yuan Sung has had more screen time than, say, Yusracha or Masheni. 53rd place was Paul, 52nd place, just a little bit higher, was Baylord Doom, and 51st place, kind of a newer character. It's impressive that he almost made top 50, but just missing out on making it into the top 50 is Calavan, who there's almost a part of me that expected him to be a little bit higher ranked. But I guess, again, in the grand scheme of a 500 plus chapter long saga, really, I guess it makes sense that he hasn't been around that long.
But even then, he had a really huge presence, like, I
I'm
feel like
trying to
all of season 3.
I'm trying to think because
Because he was the whole wall thing with Doan. He was
that's
like,
what
I feel like he
I'm
was there
saying.
all the time.
Yeah, but
every
we had
chapter.
so many chapters of the cage shit going on at the beginning of season 3. There's a
Well,
lot of time he's not there.
That's true.
Like I would probably say, given how long season 3's been going, he's been roughly a little over half of season 3.
Bro.
Yeah.
And that's not including.
I need
And
more
he
hun-
wasn't even there for
I need
Last
more honey.
Station for
I
all
need
of
more
it.
honey.
Even though he has been so
Right.
sort of at the forefront recently. But yeah, now we get to move on into our top 50. Starting out the top 50 is just a really weird one.
Who the
Bro.
fuck is Hong Danwa?
I don't know, but Poro Po?
Oh, no. I know who Hong Don was, actually.
Oropo Vespa over.
No, shut up, Vespa.
Vesicle.
Bees raw. Bees
No,
raw.
we respect Vespa.
Vespa.
Oh god, bro.
Hong Da was the night dude who followed was it the blue hair girl?
Oh, that
You're
twink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, someone else mentioned him earlier. I'm like, no, I feel like that's not the same guy. Okay, so I was right.
He's the dude that was like my family's swordsmanship. And
yeah,
got
yeah.
Wait, Emily's a character?
Yes.
Yes.
I guess true. Yeah.
At this point, she shouldn't
And
be, but
if
she
the
is.
sweet fish is a character, so was Emily.
That's fair.
The conductor of the train is sending me, bro. But I guess we were on that train for a while. I guess, you know, we were on that train for a minute though. But Jesus Christ,
Rip
nigga,
my boy.
I barely
like
remember
Vespa.
you. Huh?
Rip Aka.
I like Vespa. I feel like Vespa's still high though.
So do I.
'Cause that's really the only thing she did was fight Bam.
When was the last time Ghost sang was?
That's
even
what I'm
skinny?
saying. I don't like her. I'm sorry, guys. I know.
You don't like glasses?
I don't like Masang either. I just don't like them. They're useless. Like what Masang? No, they're not moving.
Masang beat the shit out some people.
I'm just surprised Yvette Cal's that high. She has more than Caliban?
That makes sense.
Does it?
Flashbacks.
Yeah, flashbacks plus. I don't know.
Because I think
Haku's
Caliban's
counting.
flashback with the Essence of Bravery is just one. But
I
there's
don't
multiple
know if
points where
Haku's-
Han Sung-yu thinks about his relationship with Van Kelly.
What I was saying,
Yeah.
because they both came around in season 2 around the same time, right?
Well, I don't know
No.
if Haku's counting the mentions in season 1 for Vankel either.
No,
That's
no,
the
no
other
mentions. No mentions. That's
Okay.
No,
what
I think it has to be physically there.
and like the silhouette has to be like an app silhouette. So I was saying earlier, like if you know how Kaido's first silhouette is not Kaido at all.
Yeah.
that don't count.
Yeah.
That don't count.
Well, because I
She
would
was
argue
there.
probably
She was there
season
for the
2
entirety of Last Station. The whole
Yeah,
time
so
she was
was-
there.
so was Caliban.
No, she came in way earlier than him.
Yeah,
Caliban didn't
to
show
fight
up
to fight
until-
Sharon
But-
and El Pathion and all them.
But before 500, Caliban had a far bigger presence in earlier season 3 than she did.
That's debatable because you
No.
also have to remember that she was teaching Bam stuff. I don't remember if we saw her in the battlefield stuff.
She was
but-
at the cage because
We
Kale
s-
Helen was there, and they
Yeah,
fought
that's
each other.
true. They were fighting. He was fighting
But
with
I'm
Yama.
saying- Oh fuck!
She was
You're
fighting
right.
fucking Kale
Damn.
Helen at one point.
Yeah.
You are right.
I'm with you that
Damn.
I would have assumed Caliban's is higher. I don't think it's strange for her to be here though, but I would have thought her. Like, I don't know.
I forgot she was at the cage.
Yeah, she was. She was.
It's just sad how she's just a fraud now,
Mhm.
but whatever.
And they're fighting last station longer than Caliban versus Jinsung. Okay, bet. All right.
Because she was out here flexing on her Yamamoto shit on burning the whole floor, which she's never done again.
Nah. Well, the administrators or floor reader might come interfere. But I remember when that one guy was like, ah, she's like, shut up, like burn, like nigga. It's like, yo,
Just a really, really strange one with the three-way tie at 48th place between Puropo, Vespa, and Ha Jinsung. Now, I get Vespa and Ha Jinsung. We've seen quite a bit of them. Vespa's not that important, but, you know,
Bees raw.
yes, she is.
they've at least been at the forefront. We've seen plenty of them. Puropo, I
She better than Gosang and Masang.
really didn't
Also,
expect to have this much screen time. I really don't remember him like getting that much, even when we were on the Hell Train. I guess he did get a lot during Dollar Show, because he was sort of the MC for it.
Didn't he have all those
And he
flashbacks
had-
That's
with Daniel and shit?
true. He was talking a lot during the Dollar Show, and wasn't there like a point two in the last station? They're like, "Hey, yo, conductor, hey, yo, like, stop." He's like, "Ah, shit, what do I?"
Yeah.
And I think about how long we were really technically sort of on the hell train. I know we went from floor to floor.
We were
stopped
on there
on occasion, but we
forever.
were there for a long time. So like, I guess not that crazy. I just don't want to believe it. Like, fuck off, Poro.
Didn't he have? Wasn't he in like damn near every flashback that Daniel had too? At a certain
Probably.
That makes
'cause
sense.
he
No,
was-
that makes
he was-
sense. You're right.
He was on
you're
the
right.
crew.
No, that makes sense. But damn, I love this. This is great.
has stuck around since
Thinking about that
then,
makes me more
until we got to season 3 at least. And even before then, since Revolution Road, but it just feels really weird having him this high up. It really didn't feel like he had that much screen time, but again, he did the same amount as Jinsling. It just feels so strange to me. It feels so off. 47th was Quant Blitz. Now, Quant Blitz, you can maybe put a little bit of an asterisk beside, because for Quant, I did also count as screen time anytime that we saw him, like, on a billboard.
I'm not mad at that though. But let me see what he has to say.
Or on a
gets
soda
meme panel time. Hilarious.
can or something. I'm like, well, that is Quant. He is on screen. If you're a fan of Quant, you're like, hey, he showed up here.
It's true. I did notice when he was on it though, so I guess I'm not mad at that. Up to when is this? It's up to chapter 500, Abdel.
Even if it was just on a billboard or something. So that's one that you can kind of put an asterisk beside, because I did count any like cameos and product placement and stuff for Quant. But yeah, 47th place is Quant. Three-way tie for 44th place with Goseng, who, again, it feels weird because we haven't seen Goseng in so long. But I guess for the first...
They say he's stat padding for Quant. Stat padding.
Only anyone cares about season 1. Get him out of here.
Shout out Quant, man. I like him more than Quantum Blitz. I'll tell you that much.
segment of season 2, she really was around like
I got so many bangs, and Bam's like, anyways.
all the time.
Five.
Evan Kell, who again is a newer character as far as like actual physical introduction goes. So that's pretty impressive. And Emily, who I mentioned before getting into this, is a character that kind of has special circumstances where I counted anytime we saw the, again, quote unquote, body of Emily, but also anytime we saw the Emily mascot face while people were talking to Emily.
Wow.
Her 43rd place.
Because Emily's kind of like a sentient like AI and stuff like that. So to me, for that, it makes sense. I think you could argue whether the Quant thing makes sense for you or not. I'm not mad at it, but at least he explained it, so I'm not mad at that.
As Akka Williams, another kind of surprising one.
Shout out Big Lips.
I'm trying to think if I'm surprised by Akka being this high. I probably didn't think Akka was top 50, but if let's say Akka was 53, I think that would have probably.
I'm gonna
He had all of the first station, basically.
plus the flashbacks.
Plus the flashbacks, plus
That's
the
fair.
initial part of that,
True.
of the Hell Train stuff. I don't remember when he got off the train.
Because Boro Sachi them are gonna be
'Cause
higher.
he wasn't there for Floor Death.
Sachi Faker, that faker.
I don't want to talk about Sachi.
You want to talk about one of the best team, right?
Because
I
Akka,
don't want to talk about Sachi.
All right, you guys hold down for a quick second. I got a tinkle.
Want to leak our Warhammer conversations in the stream while Nia's not here, Miles?
Don't leak the goatness that is the Tomb Kings.
Oh, I told you. I told you.
The beauty of craftsmanship has never looked so good in death.
Where are you at? Where are you at right now? Still history, right?
No, I got all the history. I'm actually just looking at specific people.
I'll wait until you look at Cetra the Imperishable.
Oh no, I've done Cetra.
Oh my god.
I've done Cetra.
He's the goat.
I've done it. Yeah,
He's the goat.
yeah, 100%.
It's like my top.
100%.
He's like my top 3 characters. Period. That's my fucking.
I'm not
boy.
mad at that. I am not mad. I was gonna ask if, how do you like Nagesh compared to Malekith?
Now Malekith over.
Okay.
Because I think the Snorri connection is better than the other shit that Nagash does.
That's actually fair.
Let us.
Floor ruler Naya.
What's up?
What?
Floor ruler Naya.
Really,
Too much
even in the Hell Train
responsibility.
didn't stick around that long, but I guess for the short amount of time that Akka Williams was with us, they just got a decent amount of screen time in that short amount of time. Yeah, when I'm thinking about it, again, it's one of those things where at first you're
In
like,
hindsight,
Akka
he was
Williams got
so
more screen time.
because if he introduced the defender position, which nobody else really has.
That's true.
Plus the curse people stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Aqua's fine. That makes sense.
Isn't the only other defender we know about in the series Blood Matter?
Yes. There is actually a random person that I never forgot him because it was like the only mention of somebody was like, oh, you must have the blood of Hendel blood matter in you because you're Shinsu resistant, but it's like a random ass dude though. It's not like a character, like a name character though.
Yeah.
Hashtag Defender Lives Matter. All right.
Evangel or Jinsung, but then when you think about it, you're like, yeah, you know, I kind of guessed they weren't around for that long, but they were on screen a lot when they were around. 41st place is another tie between Hong Danhwa and Quattro Blitz, characters who showed up in a bunch of different arcs, were with Bomb's team for quite a bit, so, you know, it kind of makes sense. Even though a lot of people forget about Danhwa, he has actually just gotten a lot of time on screens from Revolution Road all the way up through
he had a
through the Hell Train, and even appearing here and there whenever we get to see
Who the fuck fought him at first?
Yiwa again.
Wasn't it that one Mad Dog that I can't remember the name of?
Oh,
interesting.
The
Sorry.
one that fought like 3 times.
Fuck, what was his name?
I'm gonna put this on screen after.
Was it David? Was his name David?
David.
And, which Yiwa as a character we'll get to, but geez, I'm actually missing Yiwa a lot, and I know like big fans of the character have to be missing because she was around a lot and then hasn't been around in a really long time now. Feels bad to be a Yiwa fan. Almost as bad as it must feel to be in a guy. Now we're into our top 40. We're at the place where ties are a bit more rare. I think there's only one more after this. But Leroro made it into 40th place. I'm really happy about that because he's one of my favorite characters.
Okay.
Oh, you think of the other Mad Dog. Sorry, I didn't.
Who the fuck is Hanul Kang?
I don't know. But shout out Leroro, okay? Shout out Young Sleep. Let's go. Young Sleep.
Lori has not done anything.
Shout out Young
so
Sleep.
long.
He out here. He taking naps. Let's go. He reading Shinsu in his sleep. Shout out Angel. She bad. She got packed up though. I don't know who I don't. Kang? I don't know who that is, bro.
What branch family is Lori from? I can't remember. Because
it's a branch of the Eurasia family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan, shout out Dan. How did it make it be this high? Honestly.
Viola cooking, how you will doctor it. Dan is Dan got his feet stabbed and stuff with, like, from Rachel or whatever.
He was out for a while.
He
got the robot.
He's been on his I don't run from the grind arc.
That's right, Laura gang, let's go. You know, Young Sleep got Young Sleep, Miss Sleep, King Sleep. We need more Sleepy gang. Daniel makes sense. Yama makes sense. Actually, Shia makes sense to me too. Beta's higher than I thought he would be, but I thought he'd be like 44-ish. That makes sense.
Yama being this high up at that point in the story, but what, chapter 500?
I guess because that
Angel being high is crazy.
She had a lot of panel time in Hell Train.
Yeah, she was. I remember they kidnapped Hua Ryun and whatnot too, remember?
Yeah. Hell Train throws everything off.
Because that fight with Iwa lasted a fair amount of time.
Yeah.
Bro, do you know who Hanul Kang is?
Who?
He's the martial arts disciple of Boro.
Who?
No, I know Boro is. Boro was the weapon guy who could like.
Remember
match
the
his
beginning of
weapon,
the Hell.
whatever, or something.
Remember the beginning of Hell Train when Burrow's talking to the one dude, and he's like, "Master, I want to do this. I want to be sweet like you." And Burrow's like, "No, I don't really take disciples." And that's when Bam comes in and beats the fuck out of everybody on the Hell Train, like the pre-train.
I don't know why none of this.
Is this why when he's trying to get the ticket to get on?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, I don't.
Okay, like I don't remember him, but I remember the moment ish now. But
Oh, why did I not remember who Boro was? I'm a fraud.
no, wait, is it Boro?
Yeah, I forgot who
Boro.
Boro
Boro,
was for a second.
Boro was supposed to be Boro. Remember, he was like a weapon master. Like, oh,
Yeah,
like,
he was-
Reed.
Yeah, that was his
He was
disciple.
Sachi's friend and shit. Yeah,
He was a
okay.
doctor.
Yeah, that's his
Bam came from
apprentice.
Revolution
I
Road
remember
to
this dude
Dodge
now.
Road
He
Board.
was
Yes,
he was a piece of fodder on the train when
Yes.
Coon was trying to, or Bam was trying to initially recruit him, or whatever it was. You're gonna just take. Okay.
Shout out Hanwell.
Yeah.
Shout out Daniel.
How would
I
he
like
have
Daniel.
that much panel time for only like? He was like just in the background doing.
That's
nothing
the thing. That
a lot
still
of-
counts
okay.
though. Like it's like imagine
he-
like me, you, like Vince, Miles, Simi. We just roll up the places, right? And like like the Batman and Supervisor are always in the front, but like you in the background. You know what I'm saying? You're there. You're in the back. You're not.
He was. I remember him. He was like a character I perceived to be fodder that just refused to die.
Dollar
for
Store
no-
Jedi.
Yes. I could honestly feel like you could have made an argument for Zia being like top 20.
She's her being here. This
She was
yeah,
everywhere.
it's not shocking to me. She's a girl likes
I'm
money
surprised.
too, right?
I'm surprised Lorraine's higher than her.
WNS.
I wonder if it's because of. Actually, hold on. Lorray is interesting. I want to see what Haku's gonna say, but let me try to guess a little bit. Because beginning makes sense. He's always around the beginning for season 1.
Yeah.
When they're not even regulars yet, they're trying to become regulars to climb. You got this crown game showing and stuff like that. But honestly, after that, I vaguely remember him, unless we're talking about like the last station when Hatsu like cut 2 people in half, and then also during the name hunt station when Hatsu was carrying Lori on his back when he fought the princess. But I think season 1 probably gave him the most amount of screen time though, for sure.
And I guess he might have been sleeping in the background and like you just don't notice it.
Probably, yeah. So, and even season 2, he would make a panel appearances a lot in his sleeping bag. Fair enough. All right, let's listen though.
And it feels like we haven't seen that much of him. So I'm glad that between season 1, the little bits we saw during season 2, especially workshop battle, getting to see him recently in a flashback, I'm glad that he at least had enough to make top 40. Then we had a tie for 38th place between a character, again, that people forget and people sleep on. Hanul Kang was around.
We forgot, but we're not sleeping on him.
We are not sleeping.
We are. If he's someone supposed to be woke up, what did Stephen A say? I'm comatose.
Hanul Kang doctoring for Bomb's team for quite a bit during the Hell Train stuff. Then we have Angel and Raguel who had Raguel who had the same amount of screen time there. 36th place was another tie between Ed and Dan and Buelser Elliott. Again, people kind of forget about Elliott as well, but again, another tie. I really want to see Elliott again.
I never forgot Elliott because when he got clapped up by a band with them chains, I said, none of these Mad Dogs are raw. I'm done. And then Bagarov came out season 3. I got the blood, Tamara. Everyone's like, ooh, what are you going to do? I'm like, lose. What are we talking about?
Dan nearly whooped his ass before they even got on the train.
Exactly.
Wait, did we ever meet the third one?
No. People thought it was Chang.
Chang
was the one people thought it was. I almost said something crazy. I'll talk about that off screen if I remember.
We've gotten into the canine people stuff, so I really I don't know. I don't know why we haven't gotten to see more of him. And there's the third Mad Dog that's just been completely dropped apparently. 35th place is a really impressive one just because of how new the character is. Yama, despite being...
Wait, didn't Chang take Angel and Elliot? Maybe Angel. Elliot's dead.
I thought Elliot's dead.
He's dead. He got split. Well, not Mutari got split. Sorry, but he got. I actually don't remember now. Now I'm doubting myself. I'm pretty sure he's dead though. Right?
These Mad Dogs, bro, got sent to the tower. All this shit, these things suck.
Yeah, they're not. They not mad, bro. There's no dog in him. He got no dog in him. With a dog, there's no dog in him.
You ain't like the Clippers.
Chang took Angel and Elliot to Paul. That's crazy. I actually want to look at that. I'm looking at that after. I do not remember that. I did not
I
register
forgot
then.
Elliot was still alive.
Same.
I don't know why he's.
You
still
know what?
alive either.
Elliot's the one who slashes Muntari in half, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think I'm thinking maybe like Bam sliced Elliot in half. I don't know why. I misremembered
I thought
that.
he like flare waved explosion to this man and he died of like internal damage. That's what I thought.
Okay. Remember, Paul couldn't find the cage, so Chang took him to Paul so Paul could find it. And that's when Paul came out of Mian's mouth, right? The weird thing that Shia, the other girl was carrying around. Okay, it's coming back to me.
Being so new to the series has already gotten enough screen time to have made it to 35th. 34th was Daniel Hatchet, which makes a ton of sense because he was on screen a ton in the early Hell Train days.
Plus the flashbacks.
From Revolution Road all the way through Dollar Show. Then we have Zsa Zsa in 33rd place. Again, makes sense. We've seen Zsa Zsa on and off quite a bit. 32nd, Fonseca Ray. And again, anytime we see him all huddled up in his blanket, but again, it's clearly him like riding on Hatsu's back or whatever. I count that.
Okay, fair enough.
31st place, Beta. Good for Beta. Good for Beta, making it almost to top 30.
I just I'm gonna
In
see
our
a lot of
top
people.
30 by screen time, I'm sure we have.
Time Beta's in that weapon.
What the cube?
Yeah, the cube, Kuhn's cube that he never uses.
What kind of
Barrow?
The lighthouse.
Oh my gosh.
Daniel, he has some taste.
Traveler?
Rand, this is not a character ranking. He is not in this way that you think. This is based on their appearances in Tower of God. This is not like his favorite 100 characters. This is characters top 100 based on appearance, just so you know. So
fucking Cassano Beniamino, bro.
I cannot stand Ignition Web Live. These guys.
I don't like either of them. I'm the same. Enacor. Thank you. Enacor. Thank you. I couldn't remember those calls. Barrow? Yeah, that's disgusting. I'm like very, but she definitely background walking around and stuff. But that's crazy. Traveler is sending me. I gotta see this one.
Barrow is the amigo Chaz of Bam's group.
Prince?
The way it works.
The dead guy?
Soon y'all be in the Simi's era. We'll see. Because I think for us it's weird to see like Rand, because in real lifetime we have not seen Rand for so long. It's just a name on station, right?
I haven't seen Rand in 8 years.
But but Rand was going crazy up until he wasn't, though. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So he makes sense.
So was Novik.
No, Novik being there's not bothering me. I was talking about Traveler. That's crazy to me. But maybe he was just inconspicuous in the back a lot. But let's talk. Let's see what he says.
I was close with Karaka. I said Karaka and White close to top 20. So at least White's gonna be there. Karaka's close.
Karaka actually has more screen time than I thought. I thought he didn't make the list. I'll be honest. But yeah.
More than Evan surprised. Evan is surprising.
Have some really, really big surprises. So 30th place is Yuan Sung. Again, really cool. One. Like I mentioned, if this is just counting the real Yuan Sung. But if we counted the real Yuan Sung and the data Yuan Sung together, right? They would have... if we counted the two of them together, they would have tied with Yuri, who we still haven't seen yet. So they would have been even higher up, or he would have been really higher up. Yeah, Yuan Sung making it to top 30, even without counting the data version, who also made top 100. We have Kang Horyang or Benyamino Ilmar in 29th place. Our last tie is 27th place. It's Beto, who makes sense, and Traveler. When I first got to this, the two biggest surprises for me, when I first put all my notes together, the two biggest surprises for me personally, even as the person taking notes, were Helljo being so low. I was really surprised that he was so low, and Traveler being so high. Traveler is ridiculously high up here. Then 26th place, we have Novik getting into the top 20.
Novik is not bothering me. Novik was really around. I remember he's like he's part of the Ha family like branch and stuff too. I remember. He fought that like metal dirt guy or something too when they were in that maze. I remember. Novik was around. That makes sense.
His ass definitely isn't a technician though.
Wait, I just realized Casino's over. I just realized Casino's over her rank. I'm actually surprised about that. It's not reversed.
It's not. I guess it's not far enough for me to be like, But I hear you. I probably would have thought the other way too.
You know
though,
what
but-
it is? Kasano grabbed the second part of the ignition weapon shit, and Horyang had to be sidelined for a while. That's why
Oh
it's-
yeah,
is
because they went back
true.
to save him and shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
because
fair.
Kasano could ignite both at once.
Yeah.
25.
At a certain point.
25th is Beniamino Casano, which is a little bit of a surprising one, a little bit of a surprise. That one's a bit shocking, but I guess when you think about how much he's been around, I guess maybe not. 24th is Evan Edrock, really high rating there for Evan. Been around since like the very beginning of the
Shout out
series. Though.
Frog.
I'm telling y'all, Yuri top 10, bro.
23rd is Karaka.
I feel like
22nd
Yuri and Evan
Prince,
should be really close
and
to Yuri.
21st
Shout out
was
the frog
Kun
finger
Ron.
puppet that
So
Evan has.
interesting that again Kun Ron's had a ton of screen time. 21st place is pretty high up, but also interesting that Kun Ron didn't make the top 20. We now go
remember
into
when
the
Ren
top
used to have a
20 with
fishing
what
podcast,
is
never used it
probably yet another pretty shock.
No, I was wrong about Yuri.
Hayura!
Fuck, Yuri. I'm so sure Yuri's like 9. I'm so sure.
Me saying has more panel time than Yuri.
Yuri's 20. Shout out my
That's
girl. Wait,
that is not okay.
Hi Yura needs to go and die.
Look at
She
Anak
is the
wallowing behind the top 15.
Look at a knack though. You know what I'm saying? You don't talk Han arc
Yura.
after. Okay, actually that makes sense. Though he was around. David Hockey.
Hayura at top
Hachi?
20.
Wait, I just realized Boro's top 10.
That's crazy. I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm about to throw up. Ah, shoot. That's
Dude,
crazy.
hi Yura. I hate her. I think she's the worst
How
character
the
in the
fuck
series.
does Irure have more panel time than Lore?
Hey, do not sleep on my girl.
Yeah, shut the miss sleep, yo. We out here sleeping game.
We
Mr.
sleeping out
Sleep
here.
is over.
You're right.
They're equally cool.
Nah.
No,
You ain't see her wake up and create a tornado? That was wrong.
no.
Sachi, Miss Sleep, Fonseca family rep though. Europe being so high up is garbage, bro. Yeah, that's
White is
this-
definitely top 10 now, by the way.
Well, no, he's right here.
Yes.
Wasn't
No,
yeah,
he's saying with like if we're
now.
at 541.
Post, yeah.
Ooh, for sure. Oh yeah, 100%.
So I was right. If they're combined, they would be top.
Well, actually,
20,
does
yeah.
that not
Fucking
count anymore
result.
because Vincente's in control? Does that change? it?
But still, he was going after Bam a lot and stuff. He fought the guy with many arms. He was getting powered up by
Different
Quero.
from different humans.
He fought Caliban stuff would be there though.
I'm so upset.
Anyways, let's just listen.
With Fonseca Irure or Cherry
Sleep.
Law.
Miss
Again,
Sleep.
it's surprising, but then when you think about it, Cherry Law or Irure was around through Revolution Road, all through the sort of dollar show,
She was there.
the sort of dollar show Hill Train segment, then was part of the group that went off to the Name Hunt station, even though she didn't really do much there. Was part of the group that went onto the Floor of Death, I believe, as well, and onto the Hidden Floor, where she had her fight with her uncle, the Sworn Enemy.
Oh,
So, like-
yes, she did have the sworn enemy fight. That's totally true.
Yeah, she did the tornado shit. Yeah.
That's totally true. And I was trying to think of like what am I not remembering about her? Because I knew it was something I was remembering. But that's what it was though. I'm like, what? There's something that she did. I remember. I didn't remember the tornado exactly, but yes. I
Yeah,
remember
and there's supposed to be that
'Cause
weird
he had
special
pink- he had
thing where she was
pink hair
texting
too.
somebody.
Yeah, he had pink hair
Yeah.
too, I remember. Okay.
Again, has had a lot of screen time.
Sachi.
Had all this mysterious
Sachi
stuff.
was gonna be high though. I knew that.
Like, might I add, with like, oh, we need to
He's so
steal
dripped out
this or
and doesn't
follow
do
Bomb around or whatever. But then,
He has
like,
no
we don't know
bag.
wee. We don't know what the mission
If
that
the roots
Irure
don't
was
work,
on.
nothing does.
He's bagless.
Yes.
He got no
It's
bag.
like 2019 Giannis. That's what he is.
You don't need a bag if what works, and it don't work, so we bagless.
Was. So, like, again, more mysteries there that CU's got to get back to in the future. 19th place was Hayura. Oh, yeah, also I have, like, I haven't brought it up for every single character because I felt like it would bog down
Fuck
the
her
video,
in
which
her
is already going to be
suitcase.
kind of long as it is. But I do have, like, the exact amount of sort of chapters each character's appeared in written down in case I wanted to reference it at all. Funsuko Irure was in 90 chapters of Tower of God.
What? Nah.
He miscounted. It was 89. No, I'm kidding. That's crazy though. What the hell?
So out of the first 500 chapters, almost 1 in every 5 chapter would have featured Fonsakal Irude. 19th place we have Hayura. 18th we have Anaxahard. I guess I could say the ones for the top 20 just to show sort of the gaps between them. Hayura appeared in 94 chapters, and Anak has appeared in 95 out of the first 500 chapters.
One more than Hayura.
Which is a
This
lot.
is
We
gross.
haven't seen Anak in forever. Anak had a ton of screen time early on, and then like nothing. And I think my first ever like top whatever favorite Tower of God characters videos that I must have done like 6 years ago, I probably put Anak at number 1. Anak was my favorite character for like the longest time, but boy, being an Anak fan is rough.
Yes, it is.
We haven't seen Anak do anything in, well, I guess since the workshop battle. So forever. Probably a good...
You didn't see her riding Vespa though? The name one station? That title clean. You ain't never seen. All right.
Oh God, like 8-ish years? I don't know, a ton of time. Probably longer than that. 17th place was David Hockney, who came in at 96 chapters. Honak Raptor in 16th was in 103 chapters. 15th place, Yuri Zahard, was at 106 chapters, which would have been an exact tie. A tie this high up at 15th place with Yuan Sung if I would have counted the real Yuan Sung and Daddy Yuan Sung together as one character.
Team member now.
So again, that's
eyes.
just where he would be if I counted them
You know what's
together.
crazy? There's a part of me that want Mikey. I'm like, and Dorsey's gonna be top 10, but I didn't want her to be, so I'm like, nah, she's like 50.
Of course she was gonna be.
14th place, Sachi
I'm a hater.
Faker, again makes sense, was
Wait
there
a minute.
all throughout the Hell Train saga, which was by far the longest chunk of the series. With 116 chapters
I
appeared
imagine
in.
if I watched a One Piece
Yeo
Battle Time
Misang in
reaction,
13th
my
place with
upsetness at
123
certain
chapters.
characters
Misang has really done a lot and really doesn't get the credit she deserves. Again, a bit biased because I like the character, but Misang, if you
deserves
go back
no
and
credit.
reread, really did a lot throughout season 2. 12th place was White/Arie Joaquin, and again,
Rip
even
the
though they
goat.
call him White, I count any point at which Joaquin is the main personality.
Okay.
When, like, you know, personality-wise, that is Joaquin in control. That is the same character, you know. We
It's true because the spell is for him, so that makes sense. I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
have Vicente
I'm good
in
at that.
control now, but any White when Joaquin was in control was still Joaquin to me. It was still the same character. So they came in 12th with 127 chapters. Yeon Yua almost making the top 10 despite us not having seen her in forever. I really need...
I am actually shocked she just high, but like the consistent theme is like, were you around for season 2 on the Hell Train? Whether you were in the forefront or background, you were here. I think that's the biggest takeaway I have.
Also,
right
all the
now.
panels of her cock watching Bam probably helped a lot too.
Yes.
need us to get
I
Yeon
don't
back
like him. What are
sometime
you
soon.
talking about?
She had 129 chapters appeared in out of 500, and that brings us to our top 10. And that
If
brings
Bam
us
is
into
first, I'm
the
gonna
top
scream.
10 characters in all of Tower
What
of
do you
God
mean?
by
Of
screen
course he
time,
is.
which is
I won't lie to you.
Top
There,
10.
there was a
Love to
part.
see
There's
it.
there's a part of me deep in myself. Like, is Aguero higher? I swear to God, I thought about it. I really did. Okay, this is a top 10 that I can get
Boro's
behind,
number
except for
8.
Boro. Oh
Boro
my
being
God, you
above-
ruined it. Why are you here, you bozo? Oh my.
Boro being above Hats and Shibisu is crazy.
There's Simi going crazy. Why are you in 6? I knew she had to be top 10. And Dorsey, I didn't know she was gonna be this high.
This
Really
top 5 makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boro's really the only odd man out. That's it.
Yeah, but once we saw Sachi Faker at 14, I'm like, Boro's higher.
I can't believe that shit, dog.
I feel like you could make a thing that Rock would be like closer to like 7, honestly. Because Rock had that whole thing where he was gone
Here's the
for a
other thing.
grip.
Rack
But
is a main
also
character that is
Aguero
in the
was asleep
background
for a
doing
while.
nothing. Yeah.
True.
So
Rack is the problem with Rack is that he's a main character that also stands in the background doing nothing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rachel
Got the
makes
ship. I'm
perfect
glad
sense.
ship's number 9.
Yeah, Shibisu being here is really dope to me. I didn't think he would have made it in general.
No way.
Same with Hatsu.
Mhm.
Like, honest to God, what this list should be is that Anak should be in the top 10 with these guys. That's what it should be.
Yes. Yeah.
Probably
in
a
terms of the
lot less
characters that should be
surprising.
in the
There is
storyline,
one
like, there's no
here
way
that
in
was
hell
kind
Burrow
of a
should be in the
surprise to
story
me.
this much.
Not a huge surprise or anything.
Because I mean, that
But
is
in
basically the second 3.
Send me out here. Number top 6. Let's go.
10th place, we have Hatsu, who I refuse to call Hats with a Z because that's a really dumb name and not a
Right?
great translation.
Hats is like
But
a
who appeared in
nickname to me.
135 chapters
Shout
out
out
of the
to
first
Z.
500. Shibisu or Shiplisu, I was just going to call him
More
Shibisu,
Zs.
but I was
Isu,
actually
Isu.
surprised when looking around how many people still call him Shiplisu. So I just stuck both translations up there. He showed up in 151 chapters out of 500.
Yes,
we
sir.
have Boro in 8th place with 154 chapters. Ja Wangnan in 7th.
You know what? I'm insulted. You know why I'm insulted? Don't you tell me Wagner 7 I haven't seen Rad in years, my boy. Like, you said 8? Like, he's still top 21. That's so crazy, yo. That's funny, though. That's funny. I love
Take this dagger, Wangnan.
Oh,
Disappear
God.
from the story forever.
But I love Hatu being there, man. That's my guy, bro. You know me. I'm one thing about me and Haku a little bit. I think we ride for a lot of season 1 characters. That's for sure.
7th with 159 appearances. Waryun in 6th, just missing the top 5. I really, really thought she was going to be in the top 5.
Imagine
but
if
she came in
had
6th.
more appearances than Rachel. Oh my god.
Ooh.
With 178 chapters appeared in. Rachel in 5th was the one surprise to me. I really feel like, even though Rachel's so
How is
important
Rachel
to the story,
surprising than
I
Boro?
really feel like she didn't get that much screen time. I guess, again, season 1 she was around a lot. Early season 2 we saw her with Kuhn's team quite a bit. And
Haku,
She was always making moves.
If you're still here, just out of curiosity, maybe you say it soon. Rachel being this in the top 10 doesn't surprise me. Maybe as high as 5 is. What did you do with I almost said Icarus? Is that what
When
was
she
her
was in
what
her
was her
isekai
persona?
body.
Yeah, what was her persona?
Michelle Light.
No, not
Is
Michelle
it
Light.
Michelle Light? No, that
Was it Icarus? What name did she use again when she was the elf in the hidden
might have
floor?
been Icarus.
Okay,
It
Icarus.
might have been Icarus though.
Did you count that or like I don't know? Just out of curiosity, but maybe you say it.
She really bodied herself giving her
moving
that.
into Workshop Battle,
Yeah,
we
that
didn't
was
see her
literally
that
setting
much,
herself
but then
up for
going into
failure.
Hell Train, we saw a ton
Icarus counted as Rachel. Okay, thank you.
of Rachel.
I'm not
So-
mad at that. I just wanted to know if you did it or not. That's all.
I guess it really, in like Floor of Death, she was like really, really prominent.
She was around for
Same
that.
with
She
Hidden
got
Floor,
watched
there
by
was
a
a lot
Toy
of
B.
her, including her as Icarus, which I count
Not
because,
even best
again,
with
that
me
was
either.
obviously just Rachel. Icarus wasn't their own separate character. So yeah, 182 chapters appeared in. It feels weird, kind of. I knew that Rachel would be high up, probably top 10, but I didn't expect that highly rated. Now, Andrasi, I was maybe just kind of wrong on. I wasn't really sure where Andrasi would lie.
Neither was
like,
I, dude. I
you
didn't know
know,
what to do.
she
No way
did spend
she
a
wouldn't
lot.
have been
Like
top
I'm kind of a hater. I'm like I don't want her to be that high, but if she is, I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm with you. I was kind of like
That's
I
my
don't know
princess.
what to do with it.
That's my princess right
Same,
there.
Miles.
That's unfortunate. And just as a
Y'all
side
haters.
note,
Y'all haters. Y'all don't know.
just,
Same,
I don't know
Miles.
what it is.
just had a side note because I always like bringing it up. I think it's funny. I never noticed that horn. I read Tower like 6 times and someone pointed out,
Bro,
and I'm like,
dead
bro,
ass.
Wow.
what?
First time I read the story, I never noticed the horn. Second time I read it, I was like, what the fuck
But that's
is that?
but that's the thing, Glam. You noticed on the second time. I've read Tower God at least 10 times, and someone pointed that out to me just randomly, and I'm like, oh my god! And now I can't unsee it. I just did not register it. I thought this was a part in her hair, naturally.
Facts.
So yeah.
A lot of arcs not with us, so maybe she's not going to be rated that highly. And then there was part of me that like maybe she'll come in second place behind Bomb because she really has gotten a ton of screen time. But she appeared in 197 out of the first 500 chapters and came in 4th place in terms of screen time. So yeah, Andrasi's there.
out to Hunter
Rack is another one that's a little bit surprising in 3rd place, and I guess really
Really?
shouldn't be surprising.
These guys are like they're like the trifecta of awesome. These are Bam's best friends.
Nah, I'm telling you, there was just a certain point where I swear, like, Rack to me honestly was a surprise to me. I knew he'd be top 10,
You're
but top 3
probably
I'm
thinking
surprised
of when
at,
he was on the
honestly.
hidden floor and they hadn't seen him in a while after the name hunt station or whatever. But
Yeah,
Guerrero
but
was
also even
gone
remember
for a
beginning
while.
of season 2.
Can I just say something real
But
quick?
yeah,
Haku? I am very upset at you that you used compressed rack in this picture. I'm not gonna lie.
What
Why
do you mean?
did
It's
you
Rock
do this
Throw. You'll
to
see
him?
the Rock's
But
coming up, bro.
I fucking hate it here.
but Naya, I was even gonna say, remember season 2, Kun was the main one around with his team, and you really didn't see Rack until like workshop.
Mhm.
He was in the background.
Yeah.
Remember, he saw that.
No, he wasn't around that
Paracule told him that Bama died.
Yeah,
Like, fuck out of here!
there's
You're
that.
tripping.
Yeah, there was that
Oh, he
chapter,
told
and then
him
we
that
don't see him
Kun
for like
died.
a while.
Oh well. Let's finish this off.
Rack showed up in 261 out of the first 500 chapters, so over half of every chapter featured Rack. Plus, again, number 3 in terms of screen time. What surprised me was when I first took, you'll see when I go over the different segments, when I first took my notes on season 1 or volume 1,
It'll never happen.
he wasn't even in the top 5, and I was like, wow, Rack really didn't get that much screen time there. And then Rack was missing for the first chunk of season 2. Rack spent chunks of the Hell Train saga, like the Hidden Floor and the floor. Well, he was back for the Hidden Floor. He spent the Floor of Death missing. There was just so many sections of the series where we didn't have any Rack at all that I didn't know if the times when he was with the main group would make up for that. But yeah, it did. He ended up in 3rd place. Kunagro Agnes ended up in 2nd place, which really shouldn't be surprising.
Yeah, it was like I know like Bam was really the one. There's just a part of it like I wonder if just as a monkey wrench. Like, but Guerrero was no lower than 2nd to me. Literally would have been shocked if he was 3rd. No cap.
Yeah.
If like
Rack
was 2nd, I would have been shocked. Go ahead.
I would have been curious about a season 1 or season 2 take, because I would argue season 1 Bam definitely is enough.
I don't think so, actually. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think.
It's interesting to think about. But let me finish this section off until I think then he goes by arcs.
With 357 chapter appearances out of the first 500. And then, again, the main character should be fairly obvious. Came in first, 25th Bomber, Juvial Grace.
What? I'm joking.
With 450 appearances in the first 500 chapters. So again, it's pretty interesting that 10% of chapters Bomb didn't even appear in, but it's also very interesting that he appeared in 90% of chapters. But yeah, I guess really the top of this list isn't all that surprising. I think some people might be surprised by Boro, but that's not really surprising to me.
It is, but it isn't.
Really well. Rachel being above Warrion is surprising to me. I really thought Warrion was going to make top 5. I really didn't think. I thought maybe top 10, but I didn't think Rachel was making top 5. Like at all. Rachel does. When I think of Tower of God characters we've seen a lot of, I don't think of Rachel really.
I had to leave it that
so
one.
again, an interesting top 10, but maybe not a super surprising one. I guess it depends on who you are. But like I said, I'll actually talk about the segments I split it into in the top 10 from each of those sections. So when I was...
Okay, so I love this, but let me check his tweet up for a quick second here. Did my thing change screens? Yes, it did. Okay.
See, this is even worse that Rack is top 3. And and he hasn't done shit. Like, that's even worse.
White is top 5. Oh my god.
So, took Tower of God screen time notes for chapters 501 to 533 in preparation for doing an updated video, chapter 600. I'll take notes every 33 chapters. Here are the top 10 places by screen time and chapters.
Oh, in that time.
Okay, so
I was about to say top 5 total.
Oh, were you thinking like if he adds them, then this is the new order?
That's what I thought.
Oh, okay. No, that'd be crazy because Hodge and Sung would have jumped from 44.
I saw Asensio and I was like, wait a minute, something's wrong right now.
Yeah. Okay, so Kennedy, Perdidi, Asensio, Caliban.
Asensio? Oh.
Yeah, LaFave, Doom, Yuhan Sung.
Hello, Pudity.
Yeah.
LaFave, okay.
Candidy's the girl. I don't remember Mayor. Who's Mayor? Is Mayor the guy? The other hatchling?
John Mayer?
I think so.
There's
I think so.
Yes, Racha, White / Vincente, White / Hoken, Rack,
Aria is that high still, too?
How the fuck is Aria that high?
Maybe I guess no, but you know what? She was traveling with Bam, and she did come into the suspendium and everything too. I guess so. I guess.
Actually, wait a minute. I'm thinking of a completely different person.
Yeah,
I feel like I haven't seen Haru in forever. Am I crazy?
I was thinking about Kuhn's sister, not the
Oh,
random
Maria.
bitch that Bam rezzed.
No, that's super dope, man. We're gonna finish off this section. We talk about arcs. I think this part I'm gonna separate for a second YouTube video, but I gotta pee.
Damn.
A lot of water, guys.
Bam vs. White is like 15 chapters. That is true. That is a the longest worst fight of all.
I'm just sitting here like slowly getting angry at the story again.
Dude, he really. Oh my gosh. And Arya and her stupid time powers were there for that long too. Oh my gosh. Let's just bring season 1 character back and just throw everybody in the garbage. Just be done with it.
I'm so mad. Boro. Sachi got vastly more hype than him, and it's fucking.
They still did nothing.
Honest to God, at a certain point, Sachi should have just stayed with the squad. I don't know why he left.
Sachi and Boro both could have realistically stayed.
Fuck Boro.
I mean, Boro sucks, but I mean, it's one of those things where at least they were still like
Boro doesn't
relatively
do
on the
anything.
crew. Sachi wasn't doing anything.
At least he got the roots.
Yeah, his title as top 3 was absolutely garbage.
You got the roots.
Every time you get a top 5 of a specific thing, they always suck. I don't know what it is. They're just not that nice.
I think we're Tura ranked. The Goatman, the Yasracha Slayer. Okay, so this section is top 10 by saga and arc for the remainder of the video. So let's get it.
I was taking all these notes to make it easier to look at because again I had 332 characters over the course of 500 chapters.
Damn.
I split the series into 12 sections and 12 not 11, I can't count, so forgive me, but I split it into season 1, Return of the Prince, Workshop Battle, Revolution Road, which also includes like the stuff before, like the Hill Train prologue before it, Dollar Show, which again counts for like everything between Revolution Road and the end.
Should we do little
Show.
guesses before each arc?
Then Name Hunt Station, Floor of Death, Hidden Floor,
Top 3
Last
each arc?
Station.
Okay, damn, what arc and saga are you gonna do though? Okay.
He said the first one is all of season 1.
Okay, season 1.
Bam,
I actually think Bam
Anak.
is like 4th, actually.
Bam, Anak.
No, Bam's still gotta be there.
I'm gonna
Bam,
say
Bam,
Dorsey.
Anak, and Dorsey is what I'm gonna guess.
I'm gonna say Anak and Dorsey. I
wanna
just don't know what it is. I want to say Kuhn over Bam. Honestly.
I kind of. No, I'm not gonna do it.
I do not think so.
I'm still gonna say Bam.
Because I think that the first.
I
couple
think
chapters
I
are
think
gonna
if
put
we
Bam over.
I think we're thinking panel time, but appearance, no, Bam would Bam would be there. I actually do think if we count panels for season 1, I could see Bam being 3rd. Honestly,
I think
I
he
guess
is
that's fair.
in terms of panels.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of appearances, because I think probably in Dorsey might have the most panel time in season
Yuri
1.
does come in season 1 and during the last examination. I don't know. Han Sung Yu was probably pretty high for season 1. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Probably top 10.
God, he was so raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I might concede the Bam part then. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Lororo maybe. Yeah, because Lororo was also trying to figure out what was going on with Han Sung Yu. Quattro for sure because of the pulley game, I can't remember what it's called, but where Aguero did his big brainness. Season 1's first place is only 1 appearance difference. Oh shoot, that's crazy. All right, let's listen.
The Cage, the Walls, and the Nest. So those are the 12
Them sugar walls.
segments that I separated
Sweet
the story
sugar
into.
walls.
And to really quickly go over the top 10 from all of those sections, for season 1, the top 10 in terms of screen time was 10th place Leroro, 9th place Fonseca Lorray, 8th place Rachel, 7th place Rack. So again, Rachel and Rack not even making the top 5 in season 1.
That makes sense because Rachel was kind of hidden because she was like Michelle Light, blah blah. That makes sense. Or
yeah,
if you guys were around for the Lahel when they called her Lahel, I don't know if you guys
Lahel?
Yeah, way back. But yes.
And Rack was gone just doing the spear throwing.
Yeah.
1. 6th place was Hatsu.
Yeah, him and Anak kind of finding it out. Then okay, yeah, that makes sense.
5th place was
plus Quant and Hots.
Andrasi. 4th place was Anak. 3rd place was Shibisu. 3rd place in season 1 in terms of screen time was Shibisu.
Shout out.
2nd place was Kun, and 1st place was Bomb. And this was a really, really interesting one because Bomb only appears once more than Kun in season 1. And
wait,
for a
Ship
lot
had more than Endorsing and Knack? Wow. Wow.
He's definitely.
Shout out Ship.
See, in my opinion, he's got a better feat than all of them. But yeah.
Shout out Ship. Dang, we were wrong.
Where's Quant? Quant didn't make it, bro. Quant's not on top 10 in appearances.
Hey, you guys got the BAM thing right, though. That's 1 out of 3. I got 0 out of 3.
You know, I actually low-key would love to do panels, but like, you gotta give me like season 1 or 3. I'm not doing season 2. I'm not doing it. I'm not. Actually, I'll do the beginning of season 2. Hold on. I'll count all the Mule panels. But all right, listen.
A lot of season 1, Kun actually has more screen time than Bomb. And so I was like, oh wow, is Kun gonna win? Is Kun gonna have more screen time than Bomb in season 1? But then we get into the end with like the epilogue Rachel and the...
See, that's what I was thinking about. Because I'm like,
beginning
why?
and the end of season 1 was so much BAM. There was no way.
Yeah. But I definitely could still see if we did just panels, I could see BAM being really no lower than 3rd, but 2nd or 3rd, I would say. But all right.
Last examination stuff, and Bomb started to catch back up, and I was like, oh no, and then Bomb just overtook him at the end.
Yes, and the bull with Rachel.
And I had a little bit more screen time than Kun did.
Jesus Christ! Wiggins! No! Don't do that!
Now, Return of the Prince. 10th place was a tie between Ron and Novik, who had the same amount.
He dunked on thing. Don't be dunking on my players, bro. sorry. Our God, focus, I swear.
8th was Goseng. 7th was Yiwa. 6th was Mis.
Oh shoot! What?
Wait, pause.
Yeah. What? Sorry.
This is Return of the Prince.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Wait, he already said Dion. Good. That was gonna be one of my guesses. Wait,
Season
hold
1,
on.
in terms of screen time, was Shibisu. 2nd place was Kun, and 1st place was Bomb. And this was a really, really interesting one because Bomb only appears once more than Kun in season 1. And for a lot of season 1, Kun actually has more screen time than Bomb. And so I was like, oh wow, is Kun gonna win? Is Kun gonna have more screen time than Bomb in season 1? But then we get into the end with like the epilogue Rachel and the last examination stuff, and Bomb started to catch back up, and I was like, oh no, and then Bomb just overtook him at the end, and I had a little bit more screen time than Kun did. Now, Return of the Prince, 10th place was a...
Okay, Return of the Prince.
Okay, so I'm gonna say Wangnan.
I'm still saying
BAM.
Viole, low-key.
Oh, yeah, I guess Viole at this point. Yeah, Viole, Wangnan for sure.
Yeah. JVG.
And then
Arc
3rd?
Captor. I'm gonna say Arc Captor.
I was gonna low-key say either Prince or Misang.
What's the time period again?
This is Return of the Prince.
This is like pretty much the beginning of
I think it's all floor 20.
Yeah.
Wangnan, BAM.
Elwa's not bad one, I guess.
I'm gonna guess Horyang.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Prince then.
All right, I'm gonna stick with Arc Captor. Let's see.
A tie between Ron and Novik, who had the same amount.
Okay.
9th was Kunagro Agnes. 8th was Goseng. 7th was Yiwa. 6th was Miseng. 5th was Prince.
Okay. So, Prince.
I think I'm right.
Top 5 is Prince.
Again, good on Prince. Top 5 by screen time in Return of the Prince. 4th was Horyang. 3rd was Akraptor. 2nd was Wang.
Nah, we're close.
Okay.
Wait, who?
Artcrafter was third. Hordang was fourth.
Okay, so no, you're right.
Yeah. Return of the Prince is everything from the start of season 2 up until the start of the workshop battle. Okay, thank you. Return of the Prince, in a lot of ways, is what I just called the second season, if I'm being honest. But I got you.
On, and first was Bomb. Now for the workshop battle, the top 10 were 10th place Akraptor, 9th place Yiwa, 8th place Hatsu, 7th place Novik, 6th place Reflejo. So yeah, Novik coming in 7th, and despite him getting a lot of attention with the Anak fight, Ron not coming in the top 10.
It had to be like Bam. For top 3, it had to be like Bam.
Rand might be up there. Rand is probably up there.
Oh, no, didn't he already say Rand was 8th?
I'm gonna pull it back a little bit.
Rand wouldn't be lower than Novik, would he?
What do I know? I'm just black.
No way. It's Bam Coon Rack. There's no way.
It's definitely not Rack.
Battle, the top 10 were 10th place Akraptor, 9th place Yiwa, 8th place Hatsu, 7th place Novik, 6th place Reflejo. So yeah, Novik coming in 7th, and despite him getting a lot of attention with the Anak fight, Ron not coming in the top 10 in order to screen time. 5th place was
not
Rack.
in the
So
top
Rack
10? Oh my god.
That's interesting.
It's one of the best fights in the story, too.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Some screen time there. 4th place was Shibisu. 3rd place was Wangnan. Bomb actually didn't come in 1st place here. Bomb has the second most amount of screen time in Workshop Battle. Kun Agro Agnes actually has the most screen time in Workshop Battle.
Makes sense.
That makes total sense to me, actually.
Because he was doing everything.
And he was scheming and stuff. He had some of the plans with the one-shot, one opportunity, if I remember correctly, and stuff like that. That makes sense to me. Rango eliminated in the battle X Gambold, but the BAM rescue team was... Okay, I got you. With Huaryu and Horiang and Novik. That makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know why I just didn't include Wagner at this one. I don't know why. But yeah, that makes sense.
More than
Dang, Rand not top 10?
Revolution Road's top... Revolution Road.
What is that?
Is that when he first meets the god of Guardians and stuff?
Is that Hakuon?
No, the Revolution Road is before they get on the Hell Train, isn't it? Let's listen.
It's top 10. I don't think... Yeah, Kun does... Sorry. Kun doesn't even make top 10 there. 10th place was Yuhana or Hana Yu. 9th place was Hanol Kang. 8th place was a tie between Kasano Benyamino and Walser Elliott. 7th place was Beta. 6th place was yet another tie between Rachel and Angel or Ragwell. 5th place was Hayura. 4th place was another tie between Daniel and Waryun. 3rd place was Kunran. 2nd place in Revolution Road was Boro, and the most screen time was Bomb. Again, main character.
Boro?
I'm so upset.
How did we let this happen?
At least Rand was 3.
I feel like it's our fault. like we had to stop Boro from doing this.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel the same.
We enabled this behavior. We don't get the fuck out of Tower of God, Boro.
Boro, the most important side character. Oh my god.
That is so crazy to me, bro. Ram versus Guardian was forever. SIU uses Boro's comedic character like Rack. I just don't like. I never forgot who Boro was. The same way like Sashi. I just don't remember him doing anything ever. I think he had like one conversation.
He did it.
About, I could read the weapons, and then like lost.
That was against fucking Hong Danwa, and that was it.
Oh man, that's funny though.
Now in the Dollar Show, the top 10 went. 10th place was Yura. 9th.
Oh, Dollar Show. I want to get someone that's Dollar Show.
Yep.
Okay, Guerrero flexed the fuck on Rachel. Rachel and Guerrero gotta be in the tops. Angel got her. I want to say got some love here. I'm gonna throw in. Obviously, I don't know. You think Vincente was probably one of the other clones other than Hulkin? Was Pedro?
No.
I don't think Pedro.
I think it's got to be Joaquin, Bam.
Aguero. No.
Yeah, I think that's top 3.
No, yes. Because
Well, I would
Rachel-
argue
Rachel-
Bam's.
What? Angel? Ella?
I feel like Bam would be equal to Harlequin. I would give Rachel
No,
and
he is
Coon
more.
probably more
No, he has,
priority.
you know, he's gonna have more.
Bam
but-
definitely has more because he's fighting more dudes that arc.
But when does Dollar Show start?
I don't remember literally exactly, but the dollar show is the game with the coins. Remember?
Yes.
Where they had to
Wouldn't it
gamble and
start-
bet and get stuff. At first, they started with like the maze part, and then there was the betting portion with this. Well, sorry, there was a portion with Rachel and Aguero, and then there was the part with Hogan and Bam, where they were betting like, okay, if you fall down to like the magma or whatever, and like that entire section.
Yeah, but even though Bam was fighting people in the labyrinth and doing that, Harlequin was still there watching,
I feel
so
like
he
the
was there
distinction with
each
this is-
chapter.
I feel like the distinction with this is that it's going to actually start when Joaquin gets on the train or tries to get off the train the first time.
And
That's what I played it.
also, I'm thinking like Yuri comes and she infiltrates at some point and stuff, and they're her and Evan are watching Bam and thinking about Bam and everything. Don't know how early that happens in like all this, but yeah. For Dollar section, everything was after Revolution Road to the end of Dollar Show, so all of the early Hell Train buildup is included. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely Bam first.
God of Guardians might be top 10.
Yeah.
God of Guardians.
Shout to Thor for real. Let's see.
9th place was Hunnel King and Aka Williams. 8th was Blosser Elliott.
Hunnel
7th
That's another one we should have stopped.
This is our fault.
was Beto Beto.
Oh my god.
6th was a 3-way tie between Rak, Waryun, and Boro.
No, why were you got kidnapped as fuck? That makes so much sense. I'm sorry. I forgot about it.
5th was a tie between Sachi and Daniel. 4th was Yeon Yua. 3rd was a tie between Kuneye and Rachel. 2nd place was Joaquin.
makes sense.
Seems pretty obvious.
Yeah, and then Bam.
And
Yeah.
first was Bomb.
Yeah, I thought Joaquin was going to be right there.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
That's what we said.
But not the most. Not the most. That's all.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
And then moving into the post Dollar Show stuff, we had the Name Hunt Station, where there were a lot of ties because there were a lot of characters being juggled.
Okay, I'm gonna
Bam
throw
is
in a
one.
random one. Shout out to Alfine. She top 6. Alfine top 6. All right. The Princess Twins, they didn't make it.
I kind of want to say Inedia might be top 10.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Bam and Coon are definitely the top 2 in this.
Rack had a
Elaine's
fight with
gonna
Elena.
be top 10.
Elena
gotta be
will
top
make
3.
it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kaiser is like 9th or 8th. And Dorsey was around for a lot of the Name Hunt Station because she had lost too. I'm not sure how much.
didn't really do
But I'm trying to think if I'm overinflating like her importance just because like she lost, but she wasn't around like that, which I could be doing.
All she did was like bitch in the hotel, and then she
Mhm.
fought those 2 other princesses. Well, they didn't even fight. She like stood in front of the 2 Lopobia princesses, and that's it.
Okay. Haku said you will not guess the floor of Death's top 10. It's absolutely weird. I'm gonna say Desai is about to be super high, and Dorsey definitely, and Chibisu. Oh, Ship did come. Okay, Alfine is my monkey wrench. Let's see.
Hell
In the
Joe
Name
gotta
Hunt
be top
Station.
1
So in the Name Hunt Station, 10th place was a tie between Danwan Novik. 9th place was a 4-way tie between Waryun, Dan, Yeon Yuva, and Alfine.
Let's go! That's top 6.
Dan. Fuck, I forgot
8th
about
place.
Dan.
So it was a 3-way tie between Sachi, Boro, and Red Greymon. Red Greymon
Red Greymon.
Yo.
Why we got Digimon here, bro?
Did it.
Digimon.
who didn't make the top 10 overall.
Red
because-
Greymon. I am crying.
Came in 8th place here, tying Wasachi and Boro in Name Hunt Station. Is another character a lot of people forget, but he was around for like all of the sort of Bomb and Coon invading invading Kaiser's place in the Bomb versus Kaiser fight. He was there for like all of that. 7th was Kunran. 6th was Jaja. And kind of surprising that Ron wasn't higher up, considering he got a lot of fights in Namon Station.
He did.
Top 5, 5th was Rack. 4th was a tie between Hatsu and Shibisu. 3rd was a tie between Andrasi and Kaiser or Elaine.
Okay.
2nd place was Kun Agro Agnes. And 1st place was Bomb.
So no one,
damn.
you never said Iniesta, right?
No.
Nope.
What do you say was third?
I'll bring it back. All right.
Dorsey and Kaiser.
Yes,
That's what I
yes,
thought,
yes. Interesting. You had Greymon, maybe not every time. Greymon, where's
Damn, Red Greymon?
For the
I
Floor
don't
of
remember
Death.
who that is. I'm not gonna lie.
Floor of Death is
That's
interesting.
how you can't keep getting away with this.
Yeah. Okay. Floor of Death. Floor of Death. Floor of
Hell
Death.
Joe has to be number one. No
No.
way he's not.
He's not.
No.
Because,
This is what I'm gonna say.
because he's 90 like 6. There's no way he's not in his own arc.
I'm gonna
ahead.
say like 2 people.
All right.
The one ranker dude who was like the new king, the son of the dude, with like the eyes with like the Desad in them.
There's
The
like
one
there's
dude
like
under.
the Saj, the Jaw, Grand Jaw Sa Daba.
Grand
And it's-
John, Grand Sa, whatever the fuck.
Okay.
They're definitely in
My-
it, and it's the one guy underneath it.
My monkey
They're on
wrench is AI, the red witch that came with Yuri. I'm throwing her.
Oh, David's best friend, Hockney's best friend, the
guy-
dude that was in the centipede.
Yeah. No, he made like the top 90. I think he'll be there. So,
Hockney has to be top 3.
Hockney's up there.
Hockney, Bam, and I'm gonna actually say Garam.
Yeah, Garam for sure. I'm trying to think who.
Oh
else would
yeah.
be. Karaka and White were around. You think Gustang low key top 10?
Absolutely.
Nah, I guess he's not top 10.
Mizdino has to be, but that's it.
What about UJ? I'm throwing you. No, UJ's not there. UJ just.
I don't even know if Yurik would make it.
Rachel top 3 in this?
Yes, I think so.
I don't think Yurik would be top 10.
Eurasia. And
No way.
Ja.
No way.
The ghost of the 13.
That's like saying.
Okay. No, I'll just listen.
It's like,
Interesting.
yeah,
I'm
and
count-
Ryu is
I
in the
wrote-
top 10 for the battle time this arc.
Oh shoot.
Wrote down 11th place here just because Sanchez was here and it was interesting. Sanchez tied with Warian and Yurik.
remember who
Yurik,
Sanchez
Warian, and
is.
Sanchez all had the same amount of screen time and didn't even come in the top 10 characters.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. Uraraka not being top 10 makes sense. I guess.
When it came to the Floor of Death. 3-way tie for 10th place was between Mata, Wangnan, and Hayura. A tie
Forgot Euro was there actually. Okay.
Man, fuck that. bitch.
between Heljo and Sachi for 9th place.
Think that
So
long?
again, Sachi Faker in the Floor of Death had the same amount of screen time as Heljo.
That's crazy.
Again, there's another one
fuck
that had a
was
bit
he
of ties
doing?
there because there were a lot of characters
Thorns.
being juggled.
What did Sachi
You're really-
do in Floor of Death?
You didn't hear what he said? Thorns.
Bro,
That's
Bam was looking for the thorns. Sachi got thorns.
Was ever nobody else could use Shinsu, so he's like, my spells will get us. Fucking hated here.
Let's keep going.
Not going to see that too much more, except Last Station. Last Station was juggling so many characters. But 8th place in Floor of Death was Funsakal Irode. Again, a weirdly high placement.
I forgot about her.
I don't remember her being there, but now that you
That's
said
where
it,
she did her tornado, I think.
No, Tornado was in
Wait, wasn't she
Datafloor.
having like some fucking wave controller duel with some person on that floor?
That was Datafloor, I'm pretty sure.
I can't believe Heljo was 9 though. I was thinking like 7.
Oh, yeah.
I had 76.
For Irode. 7th was Rachel. 6th was Evan. 5th was Boy.
How did I forget Evan? I'm dumb. That's on me. I'm dumb.
Evan's
Evan,
definitely up
come
there.
on, bro.
I forgot him.
4th was a tie between Andrasi and Hockney. 3rd was Yuri. 2nd was Kunagro Agnes. And 1st was Bomb. Again, Kun and Bomb being the two with
Wait,
the
who was
most screen
third?
time.
No, I'll bring it back.
Ties there because there were a
Hockney's
lot
my
of
top
characters being
3.
juggled. You're really not going to see that too much more, except Last Station. Last Station was juggling so many characters. But 8th place in Floor of Death was Funsakal Irode. Again, a weirdly high placement for Iride. 7th was Rachel, 6th was Evan, 5th was Boro, 4th was a tie between Andrasi and Hockney, 3rd was Yuri, 2nd was Kunagro Agnes.
There was Yuri. Yuri was there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I did not mean to do
Makes
that.
sense.
I don't remember all
Last
3rd place was Yuri,
name?
2nd was Andrasi,
Namesake?
and 1st was Bomb, and it makes sense because Bomb, Andrasi, and Misang were actually the trio that were there for a lot of the action at the end of last station against all the
Jeez.
regulars, and then Charlie and the Vice Alto Director showed up. That was the trio for all of that stuff. Then we get into Season 3. With Season 3, we start with the cage.
Wait, season
During
three?
the...
I'm in the wrong spot. Hold on. Where was
We got the, like, shots of him sort of leading up back to Hayura. A tie between Heljo and Sachi for 9th place.
it seems like you skipped way ahead. That's my fault. My fault.
So again, Sachi Faker was Rachel, 6th was Evan, 5th was Boro, 4th was a tie between Andrasi and Hockney, 3rd was Yuri, 2nd was Kunagro Agnes, and 1st was Bomb. Again, Kun and Bomb being the two with the most screen time is something pretty common in these section top 10s.
Fair.
For the hidden floor, 10th place was
Okay, hidden floor.
Yeah.
Bam. Rachel.
Fun.
Kun.
Han Sung Yu, Data.
I think Edwan might be top
I
5.
actually want to say top 5, Data Macheni.
I got Edwan over Macheni.
And you know who's definitely top 10?
Who? Big
Rip
Reader?
voice cord man. I can't remember
Oh,
his name.
Oh, wait, he's actually- no,
Batis and
he's
Rose,
actually-
maybe?
Wait, he's probably gonna be 4 because his rank was already
Who's
super
the
high.
guy- Who's the guy that we were upset about? Those in this arc?
Batis.
Batis is definitely top 10. There's no way he's not.
Batis is top 5,
Data Jihad.
unironically, because he was like 40.
Batis top 5 is
Asensio?
hideous.
Nah, not Asensio. Icardi?
Nah.
Not Icardi. What kind of lob was that, bro?
Icardi, you are gross.
You don't want to hear. You're not trying to speak that Max Sethian, bro? Or Mexis?
Data's a hard only in 10th there.
Okay.
And Batis was in 9th.
What?
And
That means he
least
appeared a
he's not-
lot, even though it was just 9th? Because he.
At least it's not top 5.
Yeah, I do feel.
I knew he'd be top 10.
Oh, I didn't think about any of the the hidden. I said hidden enemies.
Sachi's gonna have a lot of panels, or a lot of time too, guaranteed.
Yeah.
And Boro.
He was like mid 70s, right? I gotta look. I'll look. I guess I can highlight it here. Let me see if I can see. No, that's 79.
He's your
Yes,
hardest.
Batis is like 71. Yeah. I remember where I was. I'm just gonna do this again.
tie between Andrasi and Hockney. 3rd was just enough to tie Batis overall. 8th place was a tie between Datakun Edwan and Beto Beto, who again, it feels weird that they have the same exact amount of screen time there.
Okay.
Sachi and Boro tying once again in 7th place. 6th was Hockney. 5th was a tie between Data Yuan Sung and Rachel.
Okay.
4th place was Andrasi. 3rd was Kunagro Agnes. 2nd was Rack, getting more screen time than Kun and Hidden Floor.
What?
And
Well, I'll be damned.
first place was Bomb
Rack?
again. We have the last station
Rockwell.
where there's just an insane amount of ties. So I'm sorry I don't have visuals for all these. I just thought it was something I'd throw in at the end of the video.
Last station,
it's
Bam
probably
might
gonna
not be one.
hard just through audio to keep up.
Nah.
Okay, last station. Yuri, Karaka, White.
Relevant.
I'm gonna guess Ivanko is
Pantheon.
gonna rank very high.
Vanko might be top 5.
Vankel. You think? Not Elliot. Not Elliot Royal. No.
What's my boy with white noise?
Charlie, the GOAT.
Oh
Charlie,
God!
Caliban.
Charlie might be-
How many
Dorian
appearances does Dorian Frog have?
I don't know.
El
Ethan
Pantheon
Rock
actually
straight
might
up.
be.
You know what?
El
I'm
Pantheon
throwing
might
in the
be high.
fraud. The Korean Riddler. The questionnaire asker. I'm throwing in Levi. Levi top 4, bro. He top 4. He making moves, baby.
You said there's a big gap between 4 and the rest?
Oof. Well, only 6 ways to find out, and that's listening.
Because Last Station just has a ton of ties. It was juggling so many characters. 10th place was a big old tie between Bero Bero, Poropo. Again, why Poropo so highly rated?
That kind of makes sense here, because I remember him talking a lot. I was like, yo, conductor, stop the train. We're in a regular. And he's like, oh my god, what I do? I don't know.
Here, and Cool Nasam K, who didn't make the top 100 overall. Wow. 9th was...
All right, new prediction. The Others. I'm joking.
Wow.
And Penis Man with the power pole. Top 2. Let's get it. You had the suit on, I think.
Dua Arthur, Vice Alto director, and Lee So-young, who again, none of those made the top 100 overall. 8th place was Charlie, who I'm actually kind of surprised.
Are you not entertained?
I'm upset.
Told you Charlie's top 10.
Let's go! White noise. White power.
Didn't make it.
You're just a regular.
Was Charlie, Sachi, Rachel, White, and Wangnan all tied. 7th place was a tie between Evan Edrock, Ha Jinsung, Calavan, and El Pathion. So again, interesting that Jinsung and Calavan got an equal amount of screen time, both having their fight with each other, but then Calavan showing up afterward to get...
El Pathion was out.
Pathion was around.
El Pathion had his hands up like this.
He had all his panels blocking the fire from burning everybody.
I got the cubes, bro. I got the cubes.
50 lighthouses go crazy.
Don't, but you know what I'm saying.
Don't
get a little bit more. But Jinsung appearing beforehand with the Machete stuff to get a little bit more and ending up tied overall. 6th was again just a massive tie between Boro, Karaka, Dorian Frog, Evan Kell, and Yuan Sun.
Dorian Frog!
And 5th was another big tie between...
Dorian Frog is crazy. I didn't think he was...
Boro having that many appearances when he was in a fucking sleeping bag.
Which is crazy, but you know why Dorian actually does make sense? When Gustang pulls up on them and the guy's like, the most omniscient, omnipotent, or whatever, isn't Dorian standing beside Chian Hee-ha?
I don't remember.
Maybe. Plus, he was like the first commander I think we saw too.
I just remember Dorian Frog making the goo. Like, he didn't make the goo. Some other guy literally turned.
Plus, he fought Hans. He fought Hans on you.
No, you made the stickiness to stop the train, but you think about water jelly.
Plus,
massive growth, the greatest attack.
Water jelly.
He fought. Didn't he fight White? Yeah, he fought White.
Now I'm just remembering those couple pages where they had all of these characters just show up, and half of them were trash.
Oh shoot! Okay, let's shoot. I wonder if Thing makes this.
Waryun, Rak, Hockney, and Ari Bright Sharon. Okay. Now, then there was a big gap between that and the top 4.
Oh shoot!
There was a big gap there, and then 4th place was a tie between Misang and Ha Chon-hee, who had the
Dankel's top 3.
Misang, get out of here.
Same amount of screen time. 3rd place was Yuri, 2nd was Andrasi, and 1st was Bomb, and it makes sense because Bomb, Andrasi, and Misang were actually...
They were together for most of it, and then she was bonging him away and stuff.
Beat the goofy out of some dude in this arc?
Yes.
She beat up a nobody random, like Purple Eyes, what the fuck, or something like that, alright? Nobody's. It's not moving me.
The trio that were there for a lot of the action at the end of Last Station against all the regulars, and then Charlie and the Vice Alto director showed up. That was the trio for all of that stuff. Then we get into Season 3. With Season 3, we start with the cage. During the cage, which again is everything...
Yama has to be top 3.
Godot. Dang Dang, Yama. In that order. I'm joking.
Bam, Yama, Doom.
What about?
I'm actually putting Godot over Doom.
So am I. And what about oh my God, Kanzan. Kanzan made the top 100. He's got to be here a lot. Karaka, I guess Karaka.
Why did we let Sue do this, man?
Karaka is there. quite a bit. I don't know.
Hands on.
Let's
Wait,
just-
wait, when does-
Jordan? I don't know.
Wait, at what point does Quinn come back?
Third chapter.
Halfway through. Oh, that's right.
Third chapter, season 3, right? I'm dead ass, but that's what Devi the pig and stuff, and he went crazy with the hammer and blah blah.
Cool still might be top.
Devi.
And then because remember, Kun gets sliced by Paul and then revives himself. You're right. I think Aguero's up there, bro.
Oh God.
Paul, he was close to Doom. Paul makes sense.
He said Devi.
Dude, the Starbucks trio has to be top 10 as well.
No, they're not up there. But...
Venti was going crazy.
All right. Let's see. Louis, you will die.
Up until we get to like the Wall of Peaceful Coexistence and the Wall with the Sleeping Forget-Me-Not. 10th place was a tie between Hatsu, Doom, and the person who might be Akraptor's daughter.
Wow.
What?
With the earring silhouette? That's crazy.
That I didn't really know what to call them, but person who might be Akraptor's daughter. 9th place was a tie between Shibisu, Apple, and Michael. 8th was a tie between Jalulu and Myan, who again weirdly spent a lot of time apart, and yet still it evened out to them having the same amount of screen time.
That's interesting.
7th place was Jordan. 6th was Deng Deng. Again, Louis and Deng Deng. Louis didn't even make top 10 here, did he?
Yeah, because clowns, all of them.
Yeah, Louis not appearing that much. Deng Deng only in 6th. 5th was Baylord Paul. 4th was Karaka, getting a lot of screen time in there.
No, Karaka doesn't make sense. I wasn't sure. I'm like my fanboy. If I said Karaka, I doubted myself. I shouldn't have done that. Should have went for it, but that makes sense. Because he was trying to scheme and plan with Bam, and then Bam didn't listen. Then he helped Bam wake up Yama. And then he was fighting with Paul again, and that makes sense.
We need more death.
3rd was a tie between Rack, Yama, and Gado. Gado pulling the same amount of screen time in the cage as Rack and Yama.
Told you Gado.
2nd was Kunagro Agnes, and 1st was Bomb. Then
Told you
for the walls, which is again the walls of peaceful coexistence. The wall.
No one's top 5. Top 5.
Kane,
It might be top. No one's top 5.
Kali,
Doan and Shaw are definitely up there.
Oh, that one random ranker, the 3 of them fought
Delete?
together.
Yes, Ratch is up there too.
Delete, who got the sword,
Yeah.
or the one that Caliban punched the shit out of. Unless that was Delete. I think his name was Delete. I really do. I could be wrong.
Oh, I know. I remember Delete. Like,
All right, we almost done. We got like 5 minutes left. Let's just get through.
All with the Sleeping Forget-Me-Not, all the way through like the first, like all the way through like what was it, the Dewan arc? I think it ended on maybe, like basically up until the nest started. But 10th place there was Yasracha. 9th was a tie between Paul and Kanzone. 8th was Karaka. 7th was Suo and Calavan tying. Calavan again appearing that lowly in the walls. 6th was a tie between Evankel and Hatsu. 5th was a tie between Kelhelm and Doom. 4th place was White. 3rd was Rack and Yama tying. 2nd Kunagro Agnes and 1st Bomb. And then finally, the most recent, the screen time in the nest leading up to chapter 500 is kind of a really interesting one. 10th place has been Paul.
what the fuck has Paul been doing?
He was fighting the Windbird, the core of the Windbird with Doom, so it kind of makes sense, I guess. And he did half body transformation and shit. So, let's just finish this.
9th has been Evankel. 8th was a tie between Doom and Karaka. 7th was Calavan. 6th was Dewan. Again, appearing pretty highly there. 5th was Kunagro Agnes. 4th is really interesting. Yasracha and Cha. Cha has been around so much in the nest that he's tied with Yasracha. That seems so odd.
Go hands.
3rd place was Yama. 2nd place was White. 1st place was Bomb. Makes sense that Bomb and White had just an overwhelming amount of screen time in the nest so far. An overwhelming amount.
Bam dominated.
And Yama just appearing just below them. So again, that was just something I wanted to throw in at the end, even though that ended up being super long. Oh wow. yeah, I just wanted to throw in the sort of section top 10s if anybody was interested. But yeah, I spent a lot of time working on this. But it was fun. It was interesting to see the results. Again, like I said, I'll probably try to update this every 100 chapters or so. I know we're 30 chapters past 500 now, sadly. I wanted to post this like right after 500 came out, but a combination of real life stuff and just how long it took to turn this into a video got in the way. So again, when we get to chapter 600, I guess I'll update this list. But that's where we are after the first 500 chapters.
See, that's so much more manageable, though. I probably, and after doing like as many as you did, probably 100 wouldn't seem that crazy to you. But I'm gonna listen to the rest of this and then.
But I felt like getting to half 1,000, getting to 500 was like the perfect place to do this. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. It really means a lot that you stuck through all this. I love doing these kind of like data-ish videos on series. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Like if you did like the video, comment down there too. Tell me whatever you want. Whatever you want to do, we can talk about these results and talk about anything you want down in the comments. And if you want to talk on Twitter, just follow there. If you want to talk on Discord, just ask and I can give you a link to the server. It's free and open for anyone. I'm always willing to talk about Tower of God and other stuff with everybody. If you want to, subscribe for more. Again, I do reactions weekly, and reviews are going to be monthly for now. Every month I'll do.
You said, I don't think there's anything in the outro that's important. But I don't know.
Do a review thoughts. But in a couple of weeks when we get, so yeah, subscribe for all of that, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter, I already mentioned. If you want a link to the Discord server, I mentioned that too. Wow. Yeah, I guess if you want to support the channel on Patreon, it's patreon.com/HakuoftheTubes, or a link will be in the description. And a huge, massive thank you to people who are already patrons, because it allows me to continue to make these videos. So yeah, thank you so much. Look forward to a bunch of other Tower of God stuff in the future, and I'll see you all next time.
All right. First thing I gotta say is like, congrats on taking like on a project like that, because like I said, I know me. I'm not doing this. You gotta pay me by the hour. This was incredible, dude. This was fun. I was so shocked by so many of these let me switch sources.
You can't keep getting away with this.
Borrow
Man, shut up.
can't keep getting away with it. You can't. Not borrow, dog. Bro can't keep getting away with this, G. Oh, that's the wrong thing I clicked.
All that screen type to not stick with the main crew.
Right? Like
him and Sachi.
Yes.
Sachi, it's even worse because he was off on his own.
Incredible video. If anybody doesn't already follow my boy Haku, did you hit? I think that's how you hit 1.9K. You're about to get to 2K soon, bro. You're about to be there soon. Just now, I'm about to post this thing in the chat. But I enjoyed the hell out of that. That was dope. That was fun. I always love videos like this. Let me comment. I'm gonna call you a bozo. I'm joking, but what were the biggest surprises to you guys in the video, just in general?
Fuck Boro.
I don't.
It's fuck Boro season, rip Anak season. That's what it is.
How does it feel that Anak is in less chapters than Boro? That doesn't mean nothing to me.
How many chapters did
it
Uraha
hurts? It
have
hurts
again?
more that it's Mule Love, not that it's Anak. Check Discord. All right, I got you.
Didn't Uraha? Wasn't she top like 15?
She was 19. She was 19 or 18.
She was right behind Anak.
Yes, Anak was 18. She was 19.
God.
But she was always around. She was like really prevalent in season 2.
You know what character really needs to come back? Man Baron Dana. That's what back.
Oh, you sent me another picture. I'll post this on the screen. Wait, what was I doing again? I was getting your information to post in the chat. My bad. Go to Twitch. Yeah, Boro ruined everything. I am a little bit surprised that you guys were surprised about Thingy Majiggy.
Who?
Rack.
Oh, sweet. Oh, Rack. I wasn't surprised at him being third.
So was it you, Miles?
I wasn't surprised at him being third.
I was surprised. Yeah, I was actually surprised.
I got the order wrong with 9 out of the top 10. I only missed putting yours to the wagon. Okay, I got you. I'm going to post it on OBS here. Read what it says. Oh yeah, you've been working this since yeah, because that's me. I'm gonna go on some Rain Man level ish and Riri Tower level, make the goals and my predictions is Yura. Oh, so your predictions from way back. Okay, so you got the first 5 essentially right. You had Bora up there though. He actually got a lot of these right in terms of top 10. Maybe they're wrong with them, but a lot of the top 10 he definitely got right, and he did this way back in 2020.
Oro.
Boro, no, 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 no.
Sachi Fekaru. That's gonna be the shit in the anime.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kisama.
I-
Watashi wa
Fonzu.
Sachi Feka.
Fekaru.
I did not think Bora was around like that. I promised you. You like, there's nothing you could have said to convince me Bora was gonna be top 10. Maybe you could have got me to agree, like at best top 40. I thought Sachi was definitely higher than he was, but this was an incredible project you did, bro. I'm very impressed by this. There's a lot of videos you do that I really like. I'm gonna post another one that I like if I can find it, or if you can find it.
Yeah, because I feel like past like 50 chapters, you would just be sick of seeing people.
Yeah, but like he's the one that did, like I told you, he did like the essence of nothingness stuff and everything. I'm like, oh my god,
Bro.
like, you start to learn about essence of bravery, just some big cap, big chaos.
Nah, it's the essence of bullshit.
Like in complete insanity, but he does good work, bro, and he's been doing this.
Bam
for
is
a
still
long
getting
time.
that shit, by the way, too.
Probably.
I do not believe he is not going to get that.
Because Bam needs everything. Jahard better be walking around with 25 demons. More beast than Trauma.
Trauma to say. I mean, but all right.
This is getting ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this was truly fun. This was dope as hell. Season 1 was easy, but the Hell Chain was a mess. Trying to me. It's really season 2. Like even like season 3 up to a certain point, I think it's kind of manageable because we're only you know what? Let me say official for now, just to be safe. But we are 117 chapters into season 2. Still a lot, but there's this. I guess when you think about season 2 in its total, I'm saying season 3. I meant it's manageable, and I believe it's about 70 something chapters of season 1. I want to say 77 plus epilogue. I could be wrong, so a total of 80. But
Plus, at least with season 3, it's still like mainly just the whole war thing. Season 2 is just so much different random shit going on.
yeah. Zahar have a diamond needle from Inquiry Island, Mystery Island, just doing mukbangs. But yeah, this was dope, man. I'm impressed. I'm shocked by some of this stuff. And Dorsey, I really don't know what to do with, but it makes sense if she's there. She's been around. She's been doing her thing. She got her clout, but
Top 5 in the story and not the main love interest. Hate to see it.
Did I tell you what one of my commenters said that I didn't even think was a crazy thing to say? Cause you know how I've always been making this half joke. It's a half joke, not a full joke.
That Adori is gonna be the one.
Yeah, but he said Eurasia and Jahar because she would understand Bam more than anyone being sealed in a place and being born from two irregulars and blah blah yada yada. And plus, what I added in my head when he was saying it is if he has to find out the secret and like the mystery behind the 13th, the Ghost of the 13th Month series and the 13th Month stuff, that could lead him to her. So that wouldn't even be as crazy as I'm thinking, but yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
I'm disgusted.
But all right, everyone, y'all be safe. I'm gonna rate Townsy actually. Townsy streaming. Let me
probably pressing circles again.
Osu.
Yep, I was right.
How do I do that again? I go to what? Hold on. I'm gonna go to video producer. Nope, that's not it. I'm gonna go back. How do you do this again? That's crazy. I appreciate you guys all sliding through though. This was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I love doing shit like this. Why don't I remember how to get to that one page with all the stuff on it?
What's a creator dashboard?
Oh, is that it? Yes.
I think it's
Why did he know that? That's definitely pressed the wrong button. That's a 1 minute. That's 1 minute ad. But hey, we got ad money. Then I go what? Raid channel. Let's go. Boom. Start today. All right, when you guys hop into Townsy's channel, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Tell him that Sonic is the slowest character you have ever seen in your life. That nigga got no speed feats. He's slow. He ugly. He raggedy. And tell him that Sonic Boom's the best version. But yeah, tell him Sonic's slow.
His feet smell.
That's what I need from y'all. I'm hopping for a bit. See what he's saying. Raid now. Raid Shadow Legends. Yes, sir. He said observation hockey plus training plus vibes. Oh, he's doing it on a thing. Oh, he has the 2 cameras going. Yo, ToG setup be so clean, bro. You be so. Yeah. How do I hop in? His stream. I gotta click on it literally. I'm so dumb.
In here hollering. Been in chat hollering. Hey, appreciate you, my goat hymns. Hey, my chat. If you ain't following my goat hymns, like, you know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We could get you to another galaxy. What do you mean? Excuse me? If you're not following my goat hymns, period. How was your stream? Oh, you... Isn't this perfect? Yeah, I appreciate you. The Birkins, Ren. I got you. Wait, this is perfection.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm putting it on screen. Let's go. Pegasus Fantasy. Oh, shit.
You couldn't have expected that,
This song is the GOAT. Yes, sir.
Chat coming in.
Cause I suggested this song.
Yeah. I saw on Twitter today.
Pegasus the fantasy. I love this song.
By the way, did you peep Hodan's theme that I added you the other day with?
Yeah, I heard it. Hold on.
Bro, that shit is
Say yeah! Burn your Cosmo. All right, I'm gonna stop streaming though.